Missing smart, you said? Missing smart, you said? You thought you could escape me. You think I would disappear like that? You think I would delay this stream by 15 minutes because I wasn't properly ready for it? Come on, who do you think I am? Who do you think I am? But yeah, in any case, yeah, welcome, SDK, and welcome everybody else to another, Matthew Smart stream. Let me just make sure, everything's good. Seems to be good. Okay, yeah, the stream seems to be good so far. Alright, so, it's nice to have everybody here on this fine Thursday. Let me just, load up what we're gonna be talking about today. Okay, so, today is a special day. So, originally I was planning to do another Mario Kart Deluxe stream on Sunday, but I had some complications with my personal health and everything that I ended up pushing it back in order to, just, you know, make sure I stream at, like, my fullest extent. But that's taken care of now. And hey, it's a good thing I waited because I wanted to do something a little bit special, for this stream beyond just playing Mario Kart. And would you know it, Nintendo Direct happened today. So, why not? Why not? We are gonna be talking about that. Do I have to have seen the partner showcase? First off, welcome to the stream Multiversal Jam. Two, not particularly. So how this is gonna work is that I'm gonna be switching to my reaction cam, and I'm gonna have the Nintendo Direct on the side on the right, and I'm gonna be playing through like most of the trailers and everything, so that, you know, we could talk about it as we're like seeing all the footage. Now, I've already watched the partner showcase. This isn't a reaction to anything that's happened. I already know everything that's in it. I've seen the Direct. This is more so just a discussion on what we saw in the Direct, you know, giving my thoughts on it, how it's going to affect the Switch 2 moving forward, and everything like that. And I think that's going to be really fun. Now, admittedly, it is a bit strange. Last partner showcase, the announcers had the word voices. That was their indie showcase. Yeah, you're thinking of Indie World. Yeah, I'm not a fan of how they handle Indie World Directs, but on the partner showcases, I think they do fine. But yeah, personally, you know, it was definitely strange that they decided for their first proper Direct after the Switch 2 to be a partner showcase, because we still have games coming out, in the future for Nintendo that we still need to know a lot more about, like the release dates and stuff. More footage, like, you know, Kirby Air Riders, Metroid Prime 4, and everything. And, like, even stuff like Rhythm Heaven, Tomodachi Life, and, like, oh, and even more games coming out. We still don't know what the next Mario game is going to be, which is crazy. And while, we did see some Hyrule Warriors in this one, I mean, it was expected since, you know, that's being handled by another company. It was definitely, it definitely left me concerned about Nintendo's releases moving forward in terms of, like, are they going to have them ready on time? What can we expect beyond just, the, third-party stuff? And third-party stuff is definitely very, very important, for sure. I'm very glad to see all the third-party support we've been getting on the Switch. But it definitely is a little bit eyebrow-raising to see, again, this is their first Direct after the Switch 2 launch, so I feel like people have a right to be a little bit concerned about it. The only Switch 2 game I'm excited for is Air Riders. Hey, listen, I am very excited about that game, but I cannot really say much about it until we actually see gameplay of it ourselves, so I'm holding off judgment until we actually see that. Also, welcome, Mr. Green Mario. It's nice to have you here. It's been a long time since I've seen you. So, yeah, I am going to pull up the Direct. I'm going to be skimming through some of the bits that I don't really have anything to say about, but I will let most of these trailers play out in full, just because there is enough interesting stuff to talk about in most of them. So let me get the reaction cam set up. And let me get the yeah, let me get I got everything properly aligned to fit into the theater mode and everything. Has that Kirby chirp been there for ages? Yeah, it's been there for a few years, actually. Ever since the old apartment, actually. It's been there for quite a long time. I always like having his little set piece and everything. My mom got me the blanket a long time ago. And I always appreciated that. And I picked up that Kirby plush in 2022. There's a little 30th anniversary emblem on the foot. So I think it adds to it quite a bit. Yeah. So, we'll be showing off most of the trailers here. And before we do, I just want to make sure, you know, all the quality is good on my end. Okay, yeah, it seems fine. I always try to make sure, like, you know, audio's good and everything. So yeah, without any further ado, let's go through each of these trailers one by one. Let me turn off the DK tunes. I've been playing Donkey Kong Bonanza. I haven't finished it yet. I think I'm about halfway through. Any spoilers, you're getting perma-banned. That is a full stop. I will say that right now. But Donkey Kong Bonanza is great. I've been loving Donkey Kong Bonanza. Yeah, let's freaking start talking about all these little announcements from the Nintendo Direct Partner Showcase. And I'll skip ahead past the intro, regardless of how cool it is. But yeah, let's get. I forgot to hit recording on the VOD. It's a good thing I remember that right as we're about to start talking about the trailers. Yeah, so we're gonna be going through all the announcements one by one, and I'll be expressing my thoughts on all of them. So no more dilly-dallying. Let's get to it. So we start off with Monster Hunter Stories 3, which looks very smooth. Like, I originally thought that they were starting with Hyrule Warriors because the art style felt a little bit similar. But still, you know, Monster Hunter Stories, like, as soon as Capcom showed up, you know, I thought that was originally this guy wearing Link's tunic, specifically. And, you know, the music and, like, yeah, but as soon as, like, the dragon showed up, you know, I was like, yeah, this is definitely Monster Hunter Stories. Now, I have never played a Monster Hunter game. I did play the demo of 3 on the Wii U way back in the day. I could not get the hang of it. Monster Hunter is a series where you definitely need to spend a lot of time learning the mechanics in order to really master them. And as far as I can tell, the original games did not exactly explain themselves very well. But it does seem like a really cool series. I'd definitely be interested in trying it. And Monster Hunter Stories, from what I've seen of it, is a bit more of a traditional RPG in a sense. So I'm definitely interested to eventually give this series a shot. I feel like we as Americans kind of underestimate just how big Monster Hunter is. Because when I was in Japan earlier this year, I visited the Nintendo store in Tokyo, and there was a Capcom store right next to that, and they had a ton of Monster Hunter stuff there, which was insane to me, because, like, yeah, Monster Hunter is a huge deal. It sells, like, millions of copies each entry, and it's really freaking impressive. Monster Hunter Stories looks alright, but I don't feel like anything special to me. I mean, it's a spin-off series. So it's like, it's more so like an accessible RPG kind of thing from what I get. Whereas like the core Monster Hunter games, that's like the real meat and bones. I definitely am interested in trying one proper at some point. Maybe Rise or World or something. Probably on like Steam or something like that. Well, it seems cool. I got my caffeine vanilla coffee right here to keep the energy alive throughout this. So I'm just gonna speed this up because it's like, you know, it's just telling us what we already know. So, you know, yeah, it was expected that I warn you, Matthew, not a spoiler, but don't expect too much from this direct. Matt Warrior, I already watched this direct. I watched this like 8 hours ago. This is a post-show discussion. Like, if you want my opinion, I personally thought this direct was pretty alright, all things considered. Like, it more so was just going over a lot of inevitabilities in terms of, like, third-party stuff here. And I think there were a decent amount of stuff shown to keep it interesting. But yeah, like, you know, this was expected. A lot of stuff for Switch 2 and Switch. Personally speaking, I think that if you do not have a Switch 2, and you just have a Switch, and you want to keep up with, like, new game releases, I think you're good for now. There's a lot of stuff coming out in the May months ahead, and early next year, that I think, are going to keep Switch players engaged for a while. And that includes stuff like Metroid Prime 4 and Rhythm Heaven and Tomodachi Life, and all this third-party stuff we're seeing this direct, too. I feel like, though, once we get into late next year, or worst case scenario, the year after, that's when you're going to have to make the upgrade in order to get, like, anything you could want at that point. But even then, like, the Switch has such a huge library, that, again, you could live your entire life with nothing but a Switch and probably be satisfied. So yeah. So let's keep going through the direct and, get to it. The last game I actively bought and played on a Nintendo console was Spark the Electric Jester 3. I've heard about the Spark series. I hear it's like, isn't that sort of like a Sonic-like game? I've heard good things about them, but I know like nothing about them. So the first announcement here is a new Katamari game, which I'm definitely down for. I've been playing Katamari Damacy Reroll on the Switch, and I've been really... It's one of those games where, like, there is a learning curve to this, because the controls are very unique, but once you get used to them, it is such dumb, stupid fun that, I just sort of love it. So I'm really excited to see the series continue to get support. I will say the frame rate on some of these shots, though, look really freaking rough. Maybe it's just, me looking too deep into it, but, yeah, some of these shots look really rough. I imagine they're gonna look better on the Switch, too. Yeah, this frame rate here is not great. And the creator of the Spark series gotta start making Sonic fan games. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, lots of great stuff has come out of people making, you know, Sonic fan works. I mean, that's really how Sonic Mania became a thing. So, that's pretty neat. But yeah, like, if Katamari seems interesting to you and it looks like it'd be fun to you, it probably will be. So it's nice to see us finally getting a new game here. I gotta finish Reroll. I gotta play We Love Katamari. This looks friggin' great. When Namco gets weird, they go all out, and I love them for that.
Make a big Katamari and earn the most points to be crowned the winner. Plus, the iconic music is back with an all-new soundtrack featuring new and returning music artists from the series.
So yeah, not much I can really say about this. It's more Katamari. It looks like a big best of everything that makes it so interesting and fun. And I'm excited to play it. So yeah, that's another example of a pure Switch game that I think will keep people occupied. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute this one because it's just dance. But I mean, like, you know, the king is back! The king is back! I never could have seen this one coming. Okay, I immediately had a bit of a Just Dance phase from, like, 2019 to 2020. I'm confident the Katamari game will be like every other Katamari game in terms of quality. That is pretty good. Yeah, I mean, they're all pretty much, you know, similar games. Like, if you like one, you're bound to like the entire series. Yeah, I mean, it's more Just Dance. What can I say? I had a bit of a phase where I was sort of into this for a couple of years. It was like when I was starting to get into music more, but not like fully all the way there yet. It's just, but it has All-Star by Smash Bros. It has the Shrek song. That means you gotta buy it. That means you gotta play it. Shrek is still a relevant meme, right? Yeah, not much you can really say about this. It's Just Dance. It's an inevitability in life just like death. So, what can you really say? Moving on from that.
Our game's heading to Nintendo Switch 2, including some games that will also be available on Nintendo Switch.
Okay, so next up is Dragon Ball. Surprised Counting Stars wasn't featured in Just Dance till now. Hi, Hamid, welcome. Yeah, it's... Again, the song lists in Just Dance games are so bizarre, because they mostly prioritize new stuff all the time. But... strangely, it takes a while for some really older songs to, like, come in. And, like, I get, like, they want to diversify, they want to appeal this series to the people that are listening to, like, the big hits on Spotify and stuff. But it just, I don't know, there's a point where it's just too diverse that it ultimately makes for pretty slim pickings for someone that only likes a certain type of sound. Yeah, Just Dance exists. Yeah, pretty much that. They prioritize new stuff. They announce a Madonna song from the early 90s. Yeah, it's very strange. There's like a couple of old stuff, a lot of new stuff, and then other stuff from around the world. It's a very strange song list that feels like it appeals to a wide demographic, but not much to a niche. It's a very strange series. As for Dragon Ball, I am not... let me know I'm not the biggest Dragon Ball guy. I apologize if I'm butchering the guy's name, but obviously rest in peace to Akira Toriyama. I hope I'm mentioning the right guy. Let me Google this so I don't embarrass myself. Yeah, Akira Toriyama. Yeah, yeah, like, I watched a bit of Dragon Ball as a kid, but I never really got into it that much. It was just sort of another inevitability in life for me. I hear that Sparking Zero is one of the better Dragon Ball games. I'm definitely not the target demographic for this type of thing, I will tell you that much. But it looks cool. It's cool. I could definitely see why this would be appealing. And there's like 20 different versions of Goku as far as I'm aware. Like, as far as I'm aware, Dragon Ball lore is like one of the most confusing things in the world. Yeah, they have like 20 different versions of like the same characters. Gohan, Piccolo. I respect the dedication for sure. But yeah, I don't have much to say. So we're gonna speed up the rest of this. This is the brain rot speed. I'll put some Subway Surfers gameplay on the side to make it more appealing. Every character is the same build, which makes sense because half of them are just the same. Exactly. Yeah, it's just like, again, it's so much repeats of the same stuff. It's really funny to me. So, yeah. Now, Plants vs. Zombies. I know a lot of people have nostalgia for this one. I never really played Plants vs. Zombies. I think it was always more so of a phone game, and I didn't have a smartphone for myself until, like, I was, like, what, 17? So, this kind of passed me. But, you know, I mean, I've always heard good things about Plants vs. Zombies, or at least the original version, so maybe I'll have to check this out. Though I feel like this is something I'd rather get on Steam. Good Plants vs. Zombies. It looks like the original. It's published by EA, and, you know, EA is, you know, I don't think much needs to be said about those guys, but, I mean, like, you know, but yeah, it's definitely nice to see. I definitely am interested in giving Plants vs. Zombies a shot at some point. But again, I feel like it's better on PC. Oh, boy. Everyone's favorite. It's crazy how they lost the FIFA name. and it just go by FC. I find funny how they constantly released all these games on the Switch every year, yet didn't give a chance to Madden until the Switch 2. Just, yeah, very, yeah, I mean, it's freaking soccer. It's EA Soccer. What can you say about it? Alright, now here's where things start to get pretty interesting. When I saw Repack, I was like, oh, and would you look at that? A Pac-Man World 2 remake. This was yeah, and the crowd goes home, yeah. I'm really excited about this one. I really enjoyed the remake of Pac-Man World when I played that on the Switch. It's not exactly like an amazing game, per se, but it's a pretty solid 3D platformer for what it is. That's worth and I think it's worth a playthrough. Pac-Man World 2, I did play on the GameCube a few years ago, and I honestly didn't really like it. To me, I just feel like it just felt very archaic in a lot of ways. The collectibles didn't really amount to much. The camera, really messes up in a lot of spots, and the fight against Blinky is one of the most painfully agonizing things I've ever had to experience in a video game. But if there's anything like the first, Pac-Man World remake, they're going to take the foundation of that game and fix up all the problems and just make it a much better experience. And it's looking to be the case so far. So I'm definitely excited to give this a shot. And it's coming out in September, which is pretty nice. I feel like as soon as I saw this game, my mind immediately went to one of my YouTuber friends, Abif. She went absolutely nuts over Pac-Man World 2, because she is an absolute Pac-Man nut, and so my mind immediately went to her. And hey, you know, I'm sure I'm gonna have a fun time with this too.
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop.
And you know, it's a physical edition for Switch 2. We'll talk about that later on, but for now, this is our happy place. Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm not the biggest Final Fantasy guy in the world. I have 7 and 9 on my Switch. I was always more into Kingdom Hearts back in the day, but I know that people really do love Final Fantasy Tactics. Consider it like one of the best spin-offs in the series, so it's possible I might give it a shot at some point. Score has generally done a pretty decent job with re-releasing some of their older games from their iconic franchises. So I might give this a shot at some point. If you take a shot every time the screen says pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop, you would be dead. I resolved at the start to have opinions on every game, and now I'm realizing I have opinions on none of these games. Hey, listen, look. Not everyone is got a diverse portfolio in the gaming space. Like, I get it. Like, some franchises you're just not as familiar with, and that's cool. For me, I'm sort of at that point where I am trying to, try to diversify my gaming palette a lot more, and I think is really helping me a lot. The fondant logo is kind of atrocious. It's not the worst one I've ever seen. It is kind of typical for these sort of Square Enix re-releases. How this sort of fancy basic font. I don't think it's too bad. And Heroes Persona 3 Reload. This was probably the most expected announcement out of the entire Direct, because it's like, you know, now that we got the power up with the Switch 2, surely Persona 3 Reload was going to come along. It does look like it's going to run at 30 FPS. Kind of like the... which is a little bit unfortunate just because of the hardware jump and everything. And, like, is it a big deal for a game like this, a turn-based RPG? No. But I feel like, you know, with the hardware jump, I feel like you could have shown off the power a bit more than this. Me personally, I already have Persona 3 Reload on my PS4. I still need to finish that game just because Man, that game is so freaking long, but is so satisfying. Blink if you see a Gargamel-shaped person. I don't know what you're talking about. Is the game featuring the house-like carpet? Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, yeah, but it definitely is great to see Persona 3 Reload come to the Switch too. I'm definitely not the target audience for it, and we'll get to more reasons for that later. Because again, like, I have the game on my PS4, I'm good. I buy a full price at launch, so I'm not exactly looking to double dip here. But it is definitely nice. It's nice to see Persona becoming a much more accessible series.
Pre-orders begin later today on Nintendo eShop. Next, please take a look at this.
Alright, so next, I believe, was Hyrule Warriors, right? Yeah. Now, let be known, I have never played a Hyrule Warriors game, and I don't exactly have the desire to do so. I've never been that much of a Zelda guy, funny enough. I actually am planning to really dive deep into the Zelda series later this year. I have the Switch 2 editions of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, so I really want to play through those and really get a proper grasp on the series. These Hyrule Warrior games, they feel like games you should really only play after you've decided that you're really into Zelda and this world. What baffles me was the fact that there was no release date at all, or release window. So either Nintendo is being way more secretive than they really should these days, or they're not confident in saying that this will probably come out in 2026. I think it's going to be the latter at this rate. But yeah, not much I can really say about this. Like, I'm sure if the more dedicated Zelda aficionados can say more about this than I am. Well, I will say I do recognize, I'll let this play out. The flute, right there, I do recognize that as being a little jingle from Skyward Sword, so I imagine there's a bit of a crossover from there. But yeah, I do really want to dig more into the Zelda series very soon.
That was the latest trailer for Hyrule Warriors.
I'll speed up this since it's just recapping what we already know.
Events that led to the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom game when it launches this winter. We'll share more information on this title in the future. Let's continue with some more games coming to Nintendo Switch 2.
And then freaking Madden. Zelda has 10 trillion leitmotifs in every game. That sounds about right. I mean, Zelda is a series that constantly celebrates itself in subtle ways all the time. Yeah, it's Madden. It's Madden. It's funny that it's taken the Switch 2 for Madden to come, but it's Madden. If you like this stuff, you know, here it is. But, yeah, I don't know. It's the same thing every single year, and yet it still sells in the millions. It's crazy. And they spent like a minute on this in the Direct. Which is like, yeah, I guess, like, we didn't see Madden on the Switch, but it's just like, it's Madden. What can you really say about it? Right, the crowd goes home. Alright, and this game was interesting. So this game right here, so this is a bit of a sleeper hit, I would say. So chilling by the fire. So, as far as I'm aware, this is a Switch 2 exclusive. It was never confirmed before today. It's literally about just, you know, trying to build a campfire and everything. With little objects you have. Whether it be all the wood, and I'm assuming other objects too. And, I don't know, I think it looks kind of cute, quite frankly. I think it's sort of novel to just sort of have a very cozy game about building a campfire. And it uses GameShare, too. The developer of the game, Oink Games, is actually really interesting. They are a Japanese company that specializes in unique board games. And they released some games in English as well. And they released a collection of some of their board games on Switch, which I've heard is pretty good. This is either gonna have 3 seconds of content or have hundreds of pages of lore for no reason. Yeah, it can really go either way. So yeah, the game's available now, and it's only like 15 bucks, so I might have to give it a shot. It looks really just nice if you just want something very relaxing to play, that you just don't really want to think about that much. You just want a nice, cozy experience. And since it's a Switch 2 exclusive, yeah, I might want to support that. As for the rest of the Direct, what we got here? Now, Apex Legends, I thought this was Anthem for a second, which would have been so funny since that game is shutting down soon. But I know, like, Apex Legends is, like, one of the bigger Battle Royale games, so yeah, it's nice to have it on Switch 2. Since I know there's a big audience for it. Sounding meh. I mean, I don't really know the general perception of the game, but I know it's like a big deal. Who knows? Maybe I'll give it a shot or something. Now, Hella. So this is an interesting one. The only person to have Anthem under my... Shut up, Hammett. Alright, yeah, Hella, so this game is interesting. So, I was watching, so when I was watching this, this game sort of reminded me of, It Takes Two. Where it's just like, oh, you're just going around in a very small environment, you're just a small guy in a very big world trying to, like, go around and stuff. I was watching the video on Nathaniel Bandy's new channel where he was talking about the Direct. He compared it to Stray, the cat game that got nominated for Game of the Year at the Game Awards, and that makes more sense to me. And it's like, this game looks cute. I don't really have much to say about it. It looks like, performance isn't like the best on here. It feels like it's made for other consoles in mind, but it seems cute for what it is. Star Wars Outlaws. Boo! Ubisoft slop! I hear people say this game is decent, but it's like... It's a freaking Ubisoft adventure game. It can only be so good. Like, Star Wars gets passed around with, like, so many different companies and everything. And most of the time, it just doesn't feel like they are able to really stick the landing on most of them. Do I say and a resounding meh from the crowd again? I mean, it really depends. Like, this Direct feels like it's catering to, like, lots of different demographics. Again, it feels like it's mostly getting a lot of the no-duh games out of the way. So, I don't necessarily blame them for, like, having all this variety of, like, obvious games here. This game doesn't look appealing to me at all. There's, like, other Star Wars games out there that look much more engaging. But, yeah. I've never been much of a Star Wars guy much either, funny enough. I never wanted to live the life of a scoundrel, especially one from Ubisoft. But thank you anyway. Thank you anyway. And that's the rest of the... I think it's the rest of the coffee. So, this I initially thought was like the Dusk Bloods. We're gonna see more of that. In fact, I was surprised that there was nothing about like Elden Ring or Dusk Bloods at all here. Ubisoft for the true scoundrels sounds so true. Yeah, but this game, once I saw all the space stuff, it basically got rid of the Duskblood brain rot right then and there. Yeah, this is much like a horror space-esque game. It looks cool for... I'm definitely not the target demographic. I'm never going to play this game, quite frankly, but... they put a big spotlight on there. It's obvious it looks like something the developers are proud of, but... it seems decent for what it is. I've just never really been a horror game person. And it seems like kind of unique for the premise too. You got like the horror and like the space stuff, and it looks a bit different from like, you know, the Alien games and stuff.
You'll be haunted by visual and auditory illusions and lose your grip on reality. What caused the world to collapse? And what is the true mission you've been tasked with?
Yeah.
Chrono.
I do like the design of the guy. Like, that weird helmet is pretty interesting. So, next up, okay, we got, Yakuza. I always keep, mixing up with, like, Yakuza. I'm pretty sure it's Yakuza. It is really nice to see the Yakuza games, coming over to Switch 2. Because, like, I know that series was pretty big on PlayStation for the longest time. So to see it, like, moving over to the kiddie console, it's pretty nice. Because I know they just released Yakuza 0 on Switch 2, which is cool. I played a little bit of Yakuza 0 on the PS4, and I have Like a Dragon on Steam. It's a series I do want to try and get more into. Because, you know, the team that made the Super Monkey Ball games, they would go on to work on this, which is the craziest 1 to 100 transition of all time. And, like, I know people really like these games, so maybe not on Switch 2 I would get them, but at least on, like, PS4 and everything. Heck, they still released the newest one on PS4, like, earlier this year, like the pirate one. So that's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. We're in the sizzle reel now, and there's some interesting there's some games here that are a little bit interesting. Goodnight Universe, it basically looks like it's a game we already saw in the initial Switch 2 Direct. Nothing crazy. NBA Bounce, it looks very cheap, but it is nice to see a more arcade-like NBA game compared to what we've seen from 2K over the years. Hello Kitty, don't have anything to say about this. Romancing Saga, again, more Square Enix stuff. I have nothing to say about this. Shinobi, that's pretty cool. It's kind of a forgotten Sega series. I love the art style on it. I might check it out. And there's a demo, too. Borderlands 4, definitely nice to see. I know a lot of people like the Borderlands games.
Before we go, we've got 2 more games to show you.
So the last 2 games they showed, this is kind of comedy. So the first one, another HD 2D game from Square Enix. I kind of gotten sick of this art style. It looks great, but after seeing so many games over the years use this since Octopath Traveler, I kind of gotten tired of it. The only one of the HD 2D games I own is the remake of Live Alive, which is a pretty neat game. And to be fair, this is an action RPG, so that's pretty different. I dig it. It's Silk Song. Yeah, it's crazy they didn't show Silk Song again. That is hilarious. I'm all for it, honestly. It upsets people, and it makes me laugh so much. But yeah, this is like a new IP with the HD 2D style, and it does look really good. I will say, I'm not into the English voice acting. This is one of those games I would absolutely, friggin' turn Japanese dubbing on if need be. Project Hepticon Action. I'm pinning that. I'm pinning that one. I'm pinning that. Yeah, Octopath. We'll get to Octopath Traveler in a second. But yeah, the game looks good. Again, I just don't really have much to say about this. Like, I don't really play games like this all that much. So it's just like, cool. I just feel like there are other options if I want my RPG fix that are much more interesting to me. Like the Persona stuff and like Final Fantasy and stuff like that. But this does look cool. This does look cool. I know there's definitely an audience that really digs stuff like this. Even more strategy RPGs like Fire Emblem, I feel like I'd sooner play. But, because I do definitely want to play more RPGs. They really named their magic or magic. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's not the worst name in the world. It just exists.
Join Elliot and Faye on a grand journey that, unknown to them, will span 1,000 years.
1,000 years? I hope I don't live long enough for that.
Millennium Tales launches on Nintendo Switch 2 next year.
So yeah, I mean, again, it feels like it fits into that HE2D mold Square Enix does. You know, there was a demo, you'll probably be able to transfer your save data, and like, yeah, they've been doing surveys to get feedback, which I really appreciate. I really appreciate them doing that for a lot of these games. It shows that they do care about fan feedback quite a bit. And then this, you know, just another Square Enix HE2D game after that. Yeah, the 2 more games, and it's just the same thing. Honestly, I watched this, and that was pure comedy to me. And I know Octopath Traveler. I know people like the Octopath games quite a bit. Seeing their logo twice brought apathy. I don't blame you. Yeah, it's really funny to me. But yeah, I mean, I played a bit of the demo of Octopath back in the day. It's not really my type of game at all. But I know people dig it a lot. Since it says 0, I believe there's a prequel story. But yeah, it looks good. For sure.
Octopath Traveler 0 is available on December 4th, 2025.
But yeah. So that was the partner showcase. And I, personally speaking, I thought it was pretty decent, all things considered. Like, was it like a mind-blowing showcase? Not particularly. Hello, Charette. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome to the stream. How's everyone? I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. We just finished talking about, the Direct and everything. I'm just giving, like, a little recap of, like, my thoughts and everything. Cherry, love your videos. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Happy to have you here. So yeah, like this Direct is, yeah, I thought it was decent. Like, not a mind-blowing show, but I feel like, you know, for a dedicated third-party Direct focusing on what we're seeing in the Switch 2, they got a lot of big stuff that seemed pretty obvious, but, you know, was nice to see out of the way. I mean, stuff like Madden and FC, obviously they're not exciting, but you know, it's essential to have stuff like that. But then you got stuff like, you know, Monster Hunter Stories, that was pretty cool. Katamari and Pac-Man, I'm definitely really looking forward to. Plants vs. Zombies, Final Fantasy Tactics, Persona 3. Again, we got a little bit more of Hyrule Warriors. Definitely not something that I'm into, but still good to have. Chilling by the Fire, you know, it seems like a cute little game. I'm definitely interested in trying that. And yeah, like this definitely did appeal to a good amount of people, I would say. Just not like hard-hitting Nintendo faithful, per se. Now what, I hope the remake has new plants and that scrapped Ice World April Fool's joke. I've never played Plants vs. Zombies, so that Ice World thing is completely lost on me. So before we do get into Mario Kart 8, I do want to mention something that I am pretty concerned about, all things considered. I'm going to go ahead and turn the video game tunes back on. Yeah. So we need to talk about game key cards quite a bit. Let me try and Google this, because the game key card situation is really getting out of hand. Like for those that have no idea what I'm talking about, oh my gosh, this literally, There's a little Kotaku article saying game key card showcase. So for those who don't know what I'm talking about, game key cards are essentially just physical cartridges of games, but you still have to download all the data. It's just a key that lets you play the game technically on the cartridge, but the Ice World joke is an April Fool's joke in the files. Okay, yeah. But yeah, you still have to download the game, basically. And most third-party games are doing this. And it really, really bothers me. Because Nintendo is being so freaking archaic with the whole game key cards thing. Because they only have the 64 gigabyte size for cartridges. Compared to the variable sizes of the Switch 1. The cartridge is too expensive for work. That's the problem. That is the problem right then and there. Because, like, these cartridges cost so much money, and they don't have any sort of smaller sizes for third-party developers to really go to make the cost more effective, like 32 gigabytes, 16 gigabytes. They had all these different file sizes on, like, the Switch 1. So it really bothers me that Nintendo was sort of cheaping out with whoever is the company that is producing these cards. I couldn't tell you. But, like, let me see if I can find, any sort of pages where you can, find stuff. But I'm trying to find, some articles, so let me see here. Okay, I'm pulling up on, okay, I got an article right here. So, Persona 3 Reload, for example, right now, in Japan at least, they say, like, yeah, the game is going to be on a game key card, which completely deflates a lot of anticipation of getting a game like this. Obviously, if you are someone who only gets games digitally, you're not going to care. Let me go ahead now. Move that away, because I think I'm leaking some important details. Yeah, it's like, if you only buy games digitally, obviously this isn't something you're gonna care about. It is definitely a little deflating, to see stuff like this be so freaking common for games that really shouldn't be the case. Like, let me pull up, freaking Pac-Man World 2, repack, because that game, let me pull up, let me see right here, I'm trying to get a good image of, the game, alright, here's one from the Nintendo Life website, Pac-Man World 2 Repack. You know, that game is going to be on the game key card too. And it's such a small game too. Like, only like 4 gigabytes, which is mind-boggling to me. Now, thankfully, there is a Switch 1 version of Pac-Man World 2, and it looks like that game is going to have all the data on the cartridge, so cool, that's fine. So I'm definitely going to be getting that version instead. But this really should not be the case. It's really unfortunate. And then, you know, I'm sure there's going to be other stuff, too. I'm pretty sure Dragon Ball is going to be getting this treatment. I feel like Nintendo really has to find an alternative solution very soon, because I feel like if this keeps up, my physical game collection is going to be a lot smaller than any of my other game consoles when all is said and done. It's really sad. Again, I know the industry has been moving away from physical media for a long time now, but to see all these third parties, because, like, right now, the only games that got a physical release on Switch 2 that actually has all the data on the cartridge right now are Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, and Cyberpunk 2077. And I actually give a lot of props to CD Projekt Red for going through the effort of putting Cyberpunk on the cartridge, because that obviously that's a big deal, right there, to, like, have this big third-party company going through the effort. And Cyberpunk is a big game, so I guess, like, with the file size, they're not taking too much of a loss to begin with, but still. And they specifically confirmed Persona 3 Reloaded as a game key card in Japan, so it might be okay in America. I doubt it, but it's really strange, because, like, because Daemon X Machina, the next one, they confirmed it's going to be a game key card in Asia, but everywhere else, it looks like it's going to have the full game on the cartridge. So it's a really strange case-by-case basis that I don't really understand. Yeah. With that being said, yeah. That's pretty much all I want to say about the partner showcase. I thought it was a decent showing, but I feel like the future of third parties on Switch 2, will Pac-Man World 2 repack an update for a Switch 1 cartridge Switch 2 game? We don't know that yet. If that is the case, I wouldn't know about it. We're about 2 months away, so I'm sure we're going to get some details in due time. I hope there's an upgrade pack, but I feel like they probably would have announced it by now if they did. Because, like, the Tamagotchi game, I think, got an upgrade pack. For one. No Man's Sky, actually. That game got an upgrade pack, despite releasing on Switch years ago. And that upgrade pack is completely free, so kudos to them for that. Was it with the games that had terrible launches, like Cyberpunk and No Man's Sky, but got better over time, treating their consumers really well on Switch too? I don't get it, but I'm all for it. Still waiting for Steep on Switch, my brother in Christ. I was waiting for it too. It never happened. You are fighting a battle that is long since past. So yeah, yeah. So I am going to get frickin' Mario Kart World set up now. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm gonna get that set up now. User more subs, thank you so much. Share the content. Share the content far and wide with everyone that you know. And we will get there someday, champ. We will get there someday. As for your question, Sherry, I have thought about doing other multiplayer games. It's just that Mario Kart has always been the easiest one to set up. For me. The tournament technically starts in like 15 minutes for the record. I'm just, you know... That's the earliest I was able to set it. It's just that in the case of Smash Brothers, I do have a slight interest. It's just that the online system for Smash is just so confusing to set up. And playing against more than one person can cause like lots of lag depending on like internet connections and stuff like that. So it's like never say never. But as for Smash Brothers stuff, it's definitely a challenge for sure. You know, in Smash, Splatoon, New Horizons, and, you know, online games. It's possible I might do an Animal Crossing stream at some point. I just fear that, you know, for one, I don't think I'd do it online just because online is so tedious to set up, and, you know, getting random people I don't know on my island is a bit of a tricky situation. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. And Splatoon... I could do Splatoon, but one of those things that, again, setting games up can be really tricky. So, I don't know. So yeah, Smash Brothers, I feel like I can do at some point. I'm just not exactly in a rush to do so. But I have other ideas for online games. Actually, I know some free stuff people can play. I've considered, actually, potentially doing some Fall Guys streams here and there. Because the game recently got updated to unlock the frame rate. So you can play at 60 FPS on the Switch 2 now. I tried it out yesterday. It works pretty decently. So I might try that. I know Fall Guys is sort of like dead game and everything. But it's still pretty fun. Miss when Fall Guys was popular? Yeah, I mean, games like that sort of come and go. It definitely is still a fun game if you have the right mindset and everything. I literally have in the closet, I have a Fall Guys inflatable suit that I got for like a Halloween thing. I wore it outside my home for Halloween, and there was this guy that came up and with the car and everything. They just turned on the Fall Guys theme in their car and just walked and everything. It was hilarious. I loved that. What's your favorite thing in the new Direct? I mentioned this before. Definitely Pac-Man World 2 repack. I was definitely it caught me a little bit by surprise, and I was like, oh dang, cool. Because like I really wanted to like Pac-Man World 2. I couldn't. So maybe this remake will make it fun for me. So who knows? Alright, I think, okay. So now I'm going to change the title and the thumbnail of the stream. Mario Paint is back. Yeah, I definitely do want to try that out later. Not on stream, but I definitely think that'll be fun to do. That's just comedy right there. Okay. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe matches with viewers. Alright, I'm gonna save that, and then I'm gonna change the thumbnail so it reflects what we're doing. Okay. Alright. So yeah. Yeah, I definitely do want to try out Mario Paint on Switch Online very soon, because it is such a neat game that I barely had the opportunity to play. Listen, alright, normally I would just remove the message again, but since you seem to be asking sincerely, I will answer sincerely. The bit is something I do on Shawcat's channel, just because it's been a running thing for a while, it's funny and everything. It's just not something I like crossing over into my channel, just because it's not something I typically reference. It doesn't really relate to the videos that I make, other than I've covered Monkey Ball a couple of times. Whenever I'm doing streams and videos or anything, it's just not something I like to have be a focus on this channel. Unless, of course, I'm referencing it myself and everything. Most people do respect that, okay? And it's just like, if I bring up the character, then sure. If I'm playing into it, sure. I just don't want every single interaction I have to sort of connect back to that. If I'm on Shawcat's channel, sure, by all means. On my channel, especially with me doing Leaf Haven, that has nothing to do with the character, which, you know, I'll have more share on Leaf Haven soon. That's just not really a conversation I really want to get into. It's the main reason people even know. Okay, listen. In the modern context, possibly. Yeah. Like, by that logic, though, do you go into... Like, let's compare this to SMG4, right? Do you go into James's streams? And for the record, James is the guy who voices SMG3. Do you go into his streams and bring up, like, SMG3 references all the time? I'm, like, that would get on his nerves real quickly. And I sort of share the same mindset. It's like, regardless of what's popular or not, it's just not something that I'm interested in focusing on. And I've had many popular things beforehand. They're just not really public on the channel anymore. And I will say right now, once we get into Leaf Haven, once that show comes out, I am planning to really dial back from that character quite a bit. So, I'm just letting you know that ahead of time. Who knows? I might even make a video sort of addressing how I feel about this, like, later on. But yeah, hey, Xenon! Nice to see you! I don't think I've seen you in the stream before. It's nice to have you. Delete the old stuff? Nah. None of that stuff's going away. None of that stuff's going away. I think the stuff that I've made, I'm very proud of. I'm very proud of doing. And I'm never gonna let that go, per se. But there comes a point where I do want to move on from it. You're not shut? Yeah, because, like, I don't want to continue on the conversation any more than I have to. But since you asked me in, like, a genuine way, listen, don't feel bad about it. Hi, Ozza. We're about to start, actually, in just a few minutes. Yeah, no, I don't plan to remove anything that is still public on the channel at this point. Or if I do remove it, it'll be unlisted. So yeah, no, don't feel bad. Like, you asked me genuinely, like, if your first comment was literally just, the line verbatim, per se, I probably would have banned you. I probably would have, but you seem sincere about it, so, like, you're good. When's Leaf Haven release? That I cannot give a concrete answer to. Once I'm done with this stream, I'm planning to get back to work on finishing the script for the first episode, because the rough draft is nearly done. I just have, like, 1 or 2 more scenes to iron out, and I'm good. It's been progress has been much slower than I would have initially liked it to be. Just because of, I've tried to be so many things, and it's been a little bit chaotic, but we're getting back into the swing of it very soon. The rough draft is basically nearly done. Leaf Haven release after a hit, highly anticipated show Leaf Haven comes out. Exactly. Leaf Haven, the sequel, comes out before the regular show. But yeah. TLDR, it's fine if you like the character. I just would rather avoid the conversation on my own streams and my own comment sections if possible. So yeah, with that being said, yeah, we're about to start the little tournament. We'll be going for like 2 hours. You're free to join with the room code up on the screen. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to be doing Mario Kart 8 stuff, just because I should be getting Mario Kart World pretty soon. And I feel like a lot of people might want to move on to that, but I know there's still a lot of people dedicated to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, per se. So yeah, once, for about a minute from the tournament starting, and then I will hop in the room. So yeah. Let me just close out of some tabs I don't need open. Let me just... Alright, so yeah. So yeah, that's sort of my stance on everything. But yeah, I'm excited to share more about Leaf Haven very, very soon. Yeah, once I'm done with the stream layer, like I said, we're gonna be, I'm gonna be ironing out the script finally. I got many more videos I gotta make, because, like, about 2 weeks from now, I'm gonna be moving, too. So, I want to try to get as much as I can here in the next 2 weeks. So, I got a lot of scripts I'm gonna iron out, a lot of recording I want to iron out. So, it's gonna be a busy time for me. And I don't think I'll be streaming again for... I might do 1 or 2 more streams before I move, but we'll see. But yeah, it is now 3:30 where I am, and I think we can get started. With some good old Mario Kart Deluxe, the game that never died. I'm gonna go with, So yeah, like I said, if you want to play with me, just join the room code up there, and you should be able to race with me. Alright, so might get the Switch too. I don't think I'll be getting the Mario Kart World Bundle. Yeah, so for context, I have the Switch 2 right now. You can see the menu and everything. I'm not particularly that... I didn't really get the bundle, just because, like, again, I'm someone that really values physical media, even though it's basically a lost cause on the Switch too, at some point, at this point, but, you know, I hang on to that as much as possible. So I'm planning to get Mario Kart World eventually physically. I'll go with Rock Mountain, for this first race. And, for me, I mean, I'm gonna get secondhand because there's no way I'm supporting the $80 game thing. I'm willing to pay that much, but not give that money to Nintendo. Just because I do not want to support that future. That's where I'm at. They're in a mid. All good, Green Mario. What happened to your other live streams? Yeah, I privatized my live streams a while ago. Hold on, I am so sorry. The Elgato must be blurring your ears out. Let me get on the glider, and then I'll friggin' turn that down a bit. Okay. Yeah, hopefully you should hear me better now. Sorry about that. Yeah, I privatized a lot of my live streams a while ago, just because... The thing was, I was doing a Yoshi's Island stream, and I pretty much stopped 10 minutes in, because I was just so demotivated, because it's like, I wasn't really having fun with the game, no one really showed up to it at the start, and I was just like, I'm just taking a big break from streaming, I cannot put myself in this position. I am feeling a bit better after that, though. I just need to figure out, like, what games are suitable towards my audience so that they can be engaged with the streams. I don't think single-player stuff like that is really the wave, at least for now. And I just didn't feel proud of streaming in general at that point. I might make some of those streams public again, or at the very least put them in a playlist. The last stream I did a couple weeks ago where I played Mario Kart 8, that's definitely not going public again for some personal reasons. But I'm probably gonna make a lot of the stuff public again at some point. I just wasn't really confident at that point. Okay, Cherry, please do not self-promote in my chat. I would appreciate that. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but... do I like Deltarune? I played Chapter 1 of Deltarune when it came out in 2018, but never played beyond that. I liked it. I do definitely want to play the other chapters at some point. And like, I liked Undertale enough back in the day. But yeah, I do definitely want to play more of Deltarune at some point. Probably not on stream, because good lord, the fanbase haunts me. But yeah, I definitely... Yeah, I'd say I like Deltarune enough. Remember what we said last stream on focusing on the game? Listen, I'm only... Maybe you're right. Alright, well, yeah, Man is still so happy doing the gliding. Alright, so yeah, we'll be playing for the next 2 hours, so if anyone wants to join, or just simply chat, I will be here for quite a bit. I'm definitely going Ribbon Road. Ribbon Road has grown a lot on me over time. So yeah. So if anyone new is popping in, we just got done talking about, the new Nintendo Direct. I mentioned I liked it. I thought it was pretty decent for a, third-party showcase. A lot of obvious stuff, but still some cool things, for sure. Again, the most exciting stuff to me was Pac-Man and, excuse me. Pac-Man and, Katamari for sure. Yeah, I love, but yeah, I've grown to really like this version of Rhythm Road. Part of me was like, oh, this is too different. It doesn't really hit the same, but like, it's literally just a toy box. It's straight out of Toy Story. It's so freaking cool. Alright, so yeah. I'm very, very close to you, OzCon. I want to use the super horn, but you're just at enough distance where it's not really gonna reach properly. Okay, I'm not reading the chat again until I finish the race. I gotta play some catch up here. I've never once claimed to be a professional Mario Kart player, but I would like to at least end in the upper half. That shortcut is too much of a risk right now. Okay, no! Please! Next up, I'll go with Riverside Park. I like that one enough. Alright. So yeah, I think it's better, like, when it's just so hard, because, like, I always want to respond to messages in the chat. That's part of the reason why I stream in the first place. To really, become my Oz. Yeah, that probably is easier to do. Just because I want to keep responding to messages in the chat, because that's what makes streaming so engaging, me interacting with the audience. But it's just so hard to do that while focusing on doing a decent race at the same time. It's so hard. Virtual game card shenanigans won't stop me. What did you even need the virtual game key card to? Do you have like a separate Switch you're playing? Have you played the original Pac-Man World 2? I mentioned this when I was talking about it in the discussion, but I did play the original Pac-Man World 2. I played it a few years ago, and I'm not really a fan of that game, personally. Just because I feel like collectibles in that game don't serve a good purpose unless you're literally going out of your way to do 100% completion. I just feel like it's worthless in that game. The camera can get stuck on walls sometimes in really awkward spots and lead to some really unfair deaths. And the fight with Blinky, I think, took at least 2 years off of my lifespan. So that's what makes me really excited about the remake, because, like, there is a solid foundation there for a good Pac-Man game. But it just wasn't there all the way. So to see them iron out the kinks of that game, that's what makes me excited about it, because they did a really good job with the remake of the first game, and I expect that similar level of passion put into this remake. Yeah, it's not the most... Yeah, it doesn't have, like, the biggest budget in the world. Why did I decide to run to the Patooey? It may not have the biggest budget in the world, but it does have a lot of heart put into it, I can tell. They're adding voice acting in the game, that's surprising to me. They got the person who voiced Pac-Man in Pac-Man World 3 to voice him again here. So that's pretty neat. I dig that. Second place, I'll take that. Have you tried to get every fruit in one run? I just tried to collect as much as I could and left it at that. I think I did try to get as much fruit as I could. But I just, you know... Again, it's kind of pointless unless you're trying to get literally everything. Alright, I'm gonna do SNES Rainbow Road. Pizza Tower. I've been meaning to play Pizza Tower. I just, never got around to it. I know it was the big trendy game for a while. But I just can never... Not that I never had interest in it, it just, I don't go out of my way to play many games on PC, and by the time it came to Switch, I think I just sort of stopped caring. Why is first getting double bub on? I have frantic items turned on, which is painful for myself, but just like, it just adds more, chaos to the game, and I kind of like that. Basically, I have an old Switch, which I had until it kind of broke, so I had to just allow myself to use my account's virtual game card data on the new Switch. Sorry for itching my nose a lot. It's a common thing when I'm talking a lot, and the lack of air circulation. Arizona is horrible this time of year. That's virtual game card data on the new Switch. At that point, I guess you might as well transfer all of your games to your new Switch at this point, if your old Switch broke. Also, this is one of the most underwhelming city tracks to me. To get a city track this boring so late into the booster course pass, I'm not a fan. The Coliseum is literally the only interesting part here, and that's kind of it. Not a fan of Romavanti. That is the coldest take of the century. And I'm not even like, oh, I'm a city track hater. When they're done well, they can be done really well. Like, I love Singapore Speedway and Sydney Sprint. And Athens Dash is decent too. Madrid Drive I really like. But when it's mostly just driving down roads like this, with not much going on, I couldn't even telegraph. That was pathetic. It's just kind of sad, honestly. The Booster Course Pass in general, I think, definitely devalued and adds so much value to the game. Because on one hand, you have tons of mediocre tracks like this in the game now. A lot of the GBA remakes like Sunset Wilds and stuff that are just really shallow. But on the other hand, you got so many classics like Maple Treeway, Waluigi Pinball, 3DS Rainbow Road and everything that really add to this game tenfold. It's just kind of a shame that, it didn't really go all the way. Wish we had a new Rayman. Kind of a random, IP to bring up, but I mean, Rayman's kind of been gone to time, my friend. I think it's a lost cause. You're not my friend. we don't have the parasocial relationship. How you doing? Freaking. Madrid Drive is better. Again, the most coldest take of all time. I like Mario Kart's Choco Mountain more than Mario Kart World. I have seen the Choco Mountain quite a bit in Mario Kart World. And I honestly kind of dig the changes they made to it, because they brought back so early after the... Okay, friggin' TMTN, man. If you are someone that, Look, I do not care to bring up that character at all in the slightest, and it's clear to me that you do not have any respect for my wishes regarding that. So you can go. You can go for the rest of the stream, okay? And if you come back, I want to change your attitude, okay? You are on the wrong channel. We talk about that character, and I have no interest in bringing him up where he's not needed. I am my own person. I am my own, I'm doing my own thing here. My community respects that, and if you can't, I do not want you here. Simple as that. So, let's continue. Alright, yeah, no, I like the changes in Choco Mountain, personally, from what I've seen. I like that they did something really different with it, especially since it was brought back in the Booster Course Pass literally like 3 years ago. I like that they did something new with it, with the whole industrialized version. And you can always play the original in Mario Kart 8 if need be. Alright, Alright. So, I gotta stop looking at the chat, for the love of God. I'm in 9th place right now. I'll respond to your message, Green Mario, in just a little bit. Alright. I gotta get the double iron box right away. So, I always am kind of underwhelmed with the stars in this game. It doesn't feel like they even really do much to really help you out. Is that the guy from Fortnite? Yes, it is. The real Loot Llama Fortnite. Alright, even the abundance of city tracks was a bit annoying. I'm happy they're at least available forever when the tour eventually gets shut down. I mean, yes and no. Because it's like, they didn't really go all the way, because they didn't bring back Piranha Plant Pipeline for whatever reason. Which is, if any of you pick Tokyo Blur, you're banned from the cookout. Okay? Alright, we're all safe. They didn't bring back Piranha Plant Pipeline. There's another reverse or trick versions of the tracks. It doesn't feel like they went all the way. I'm glad these tracks are here for preservation's sake, and some of them are pretty cool. But again, it doesn't feel like they went all the way. Alright, let's continue. I like Waluigi Pinball. Yo, that track has been getting a lot of flack in recent times. I still think the track is pretty dang cool. Is it basic in the layout? Sure, but the concept is fun. I think the layout is still interesting enough. What would you think of someone whose favorite games weren't really games that are 98% story? Hey, listen, everyone is into games for different reasons, you know? Part of my problem with Undertale back in the day was, like, it kind of felt like it had no replay value to it. But I realized it's not really the point of the game. It's more so to get you invested in the world, its characters, make you question the choices you make. And, like, yeah, I appreciate that a lot. You know, not every game needs to be played multiple times in order to be respected. And, you know, hey, look, you know, if you're someone that prefers, you know, playing games for the story, you know, there are some great video game stories out there. I don't blame you. Some games I just play for the atmosphere of it all, like A Short Hike, for example. That's one of my favorite indie games, and it's not really a huge gameplay-centric game. It's more so just, you know, you go around and just vibe. And I like that a lot. Yeah, even to this day, like, even before Mario Kart came out on the Wii U, I knew Mount Wario was going to be a generational track. And it's still just as good as it was 11 years ago. 11 years, my goodness. Alright, I gotta use the star now. There's no shame in third place. You know, Choco Mountain Mario Kart World's like a worse version of Wario Stadium in the same game. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Are you saying it's on par with the Wario Stadium in World or what? Why did Tokyo Blur show up twice? I'm voting for Bowser Castle 3. What a phenomenal remake. Whenever any of my younger cousins want to play Mario Kart 8, I always bully them over the fact that they're younger than the game. You know what? You're asserting your dominance, and I respect that. You're officially UNC status. I mean, there are going to be full-grown adults later this year that were born after Mario Galaxy came out. This game can experience middle school bullying. 100%. I mean, I just wrapped up my sophomore year of high school when Mario Kart 8 came out. And now I'm a college graduate, and we're still playing this game. It's crazy. I will say I'm not a fan of this version of Wario's Gold Mine. I think they destroyed a lot of the appeal by making the mine carts not hazards anymore. Yeah, you just bump into them, and, you know, you get a boost from it. Well, sure. I am next to Thize. I'm on the tail. Am I able to catch up? Oh my gosh, I was so close to sniping him with that. I was like a millimeter away. Alright, have a good one, Cherry. Glad to have you in the stream. Have a good one. Alright. Alright, I'm not gonna lose to someone with a me lookalike of Sonic the Hedgehog, okay? I refuse to go down like this. I love the new Wario Stadium much more than Choco Man. So that's what you saw me. I'm conflicted, because on the one hand, they did shrink the size of the map a lot. They removed a lot of the map, because it was a pretty long map in Mario Kart 64, and they truncated to like half the size. But at the same time, the track looks like it's actually playable now. So you win some, you lose some. Would any of you be interested, like, once I do get my hands on Mario Kart World, if I did a stream of that? I can't guarantee that because of the life circumstances I'll be going through around that time. But I am curious to see if there is an interest in that. Thanks for doing the lightning right as I crossed the finish line. That was so useful. Dang. I lost to friggin' Sonic the Hedgehog. Fate worse than death. Alright, Alright, Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Alright, I'm going Cheap Cheap Beach. Alright, yeah. I mean, I'm definitely gonna be doing Mario Kart World streams with viewers eventually. I'm just more so curious if anyone's interested in my first impressions of the game. Once I get my hands on it. Which, again, I cannot guarantee anything. I'm just sort of curious. You do now use tilt controls? You do not? Okay, because, like, the thing is, it's funny. It's funny. Because I don't think I've ever used tilt controls in my entire... You can check my stats, but I can check my stats anyway. I haven't used motion controls once in the entire time I've had Mario Kart Deluxe. I'm curious if there are even any good. I don't think I've ever run into a person that has used the tilt controls legitimately. Welcome back, STK. I'm currently doing my best to own the liberals in Mario Kart. You're free to join. We're still playing for like an hour and a half. I know, right? Crazy. Yeah, Piranha Plant Cove, I feel is a pretty underappreciated track. It really gives really nice atmosphere in terms of being like a legitimate underwater adventure. I like it a lot. I like how it's the only 3-section track from Tour that isn't a city track. Give me a few minutes. All good, Sean. Also, after this race, I think I have a little surprise for you in particular, Sean. I know, right? You might be stunned. You might be stunned. It could be either real good or real bad. It could be an expose, per se. Alright, first place, baby. Very nice. On the most underappreciated track in the mall. You love to see it. You love to see it. But, I think it's been long enough since I've known you, Sean. It is time for you to go into the Matthew Smart dungeon. And by that, I mean... You, my friend. You, my friend. Give me a moment. You are now a mod in my stream, Sean. I've known you long enough. I trust you hard enough. You're a good pal to me, Sean. Despite all the chicanery we do together, I think you've earned my trust to have gotten moderator privileges. So, congrats, man. Time to ban. Hey, don't abuse your power! Don't abuse your power, or I will unmod you. Okay? Okay? Alright? Listen, okay? I can... God giveth, God taketh away, okay? It's the law of equivalent exchange. Alright. Yoshi Circuit, baby! Okay, I'm glad I didn't use the mushroom before spinning out. Software updates my behated, of course, of course. The Switch can only be so stable. Alright. Go ahead. Oh, yes, yes, yes! This is exactly what I've been praying for my entire life. No, not Sonic! No, you changed your name to Sonic, you fool! How can you do this to me? I hate that blasted hedgehog. I'm on Eggman's side every day of the week. Maybe not on Mike Pollock's side for personal reasons, but I'm definitely on Eggman's side. Okay, take the shortcut. No! Why me? I've done nothing wrong this entire race. God giveth and God taketh away! No! Not like this. Not like this. Oh, man. Oh, man. I cannot stand you, Sonic. Guess what? Sonic Racing Crossworlds is gonna be mid. It's gonna be mid. It's gonna be cringe. It's gonna be skibbity. Big Blue. We gotta go Big Blue. Your boomerang was for Sonic. Guilty until proven innocent. What is Matt doing in here? Yeah, what of it, Green? What of it? Oh, dang. I can't believe STK would be doing blackface in my stream. I would never. I would never. Okay. Okay, MGM, cool it with the all caps, okay? Alright. I'm not gonna complain about Bowser Castle 3, though. This is a great remake. Can it work? No, Lakitu won't let me have fun. I was curious to see if that would work as an ultra shortcut. It did not. No fun allowed, according to Lakitu. Unfortunate. The West has fallen. I'm back. I was eating. No eating allowed. No fun allowed. This is real business hours. You will starve and you will like it. I got hit so many times. Like, I deserve that. I love being able to land on those pillars. It's so satisfying when you're able to cross all of them. I'd rather watch Matthew Smart than eat. Such is the way of a Matthew Smart viewer. You know, you take what you get and you like it. You will consume the Matthew Smart slop instead of your average Sloppy Joe. It might not be as delicious, but it will be better for you in the long run. Please? Can I beat that blasted hedgehog? I hate that hedgehog! I hate that hedgehog! Oh, we're free. I say things like that, then turn around and ask why I'm underweight. Ah, man. Simple answer, just stop exercising. Super Bell Subway. I really like Super Bell Subway. I defeated the hedgehog, and I'll do it again. And again, and again, and again. Sonic was never good. Again, I'm not gonna complain about Grumble Volcano, though. I like, Grumble Volcano is one of my favorite tracks from Wii. I'm not gonna complain about that. That and Super Battle Subway are kind of neck and neck for me, so it's all good. SDK Mario Kart. That's like his favorite Mario Kart game, and I always have debates with him all the time about that because I'm not the biggest fan of Mario Kart Wii. It is the worst game ever made, but Grumble Volcano is one of the good ones. I will not deny that. It had a pretty good selection of new tracks. Oh, I'm so close. Oh, I couldn't get to Sonic in time. No. Alright, it's okay. We still got the final lap to go. We can always come back from a rough start. I'm surprised I managed to make my way through that. Am I actually gonna get second? Nah, I think, no, Bowser was right behind me, but managed to make it. Who beat me then? It better not have been Sonic. It better not have been Sonic. Okay, it's the yellow shy. We respect shy guys in this house. So, you know what? We'll take it. I'll go with Sydney Sprint. I like Sydney Sprint. This is the first time I got 12th. Massive skill issue, my friend. Massive skill issue. Grumble Volcano is a top 10 name for a track. It's a fun one for sure. I really like the track a lot. I like how it's a lava-themed track that isn't based around Bowser for a change. So I dig it. Alright. I definitely would like to visit Sydney at some point. Going to see places like the Opera House and stuff like that be pretty cool. Sonic is Canadian confirmed. You know, it's funny because, like, I know there's that show Sonic Prime, and I think they got a group of, like, Canadian voice actors to do all the, to voice all the characters in that show. That's pretty neat. I never watched it, but I do like to see the representation. Like, I'm very curious to try Tim Hortons at some point in my lifetime. Sorry, I had to do it to Shy Guy. It's for the greater good. It's for the greater good. I got Ludwig. Alright, top 3? Oh, that was unfortunate. Alright, I think... Yeah, I don't think Sean's holding anything. Let's go! Team Toad is dead at last! Now it's just you and me, Sonic. Not anymore! Okay, I hold this streak. Don't celebrate just yet. Anything can happen. I like City Sprint. City Sprint was the track that made me really genuinely believe in these city tracks, because I just loved just all the different paths that they chose here, and it felt like there was so much variety and everything. I love the energy. I like the vibes of this track are really good. I think if it wasn't for Singapore Speedway, I think this would be my favorite of the tour cities. Alright. Now... Can I win against Bowser is the question. Oh my... Whoa, okay, that was... What was that? No! Sonic, you can't do this to me! The Super Horn from Bowser, and then the Super Horn from Sonic. Oh my gosh, no! No! Please, I beg! No! I hate that hedgehog! I hate that hedgehog so much! I don't dislike Sonic as a franchise. No, I like Shadow Generations and everything. No, I'm just here for the slander. Making fun of Sonic fans is funny. Alright, Big Blue. My favorite city track in 8 Deluxe is London Loop. My friend, you are on the wrong side of history. You are on the wrong side of history, my friend. I am on Team Robotnik every day of the week. Every day of the week. Who picked Yoshi Valley? I want to talk. Thank you. Yoshi Sanctuary? It would be a better track. Come to think of it, I don't think there are any Yoshi-themed tracks in Mario Kart World. Am I getting that right? I don't think there are. It's a shame. Shadow was my favorite Sonic character. He's up there for me. I was always more of a Tails guy. In fact, if you didn't know, there is a video on my channel where I talk to the current voice of Tails, Kalino Shaughnessy, in a little video call. It was really cool. It was really cool. And then I met her at a convention not too long ago. It was really nice. Yeah, but Shadow, he's basically the one fan fiction character in the world that's actually kind of sick. I will not lie. Shadow Generations in the third movie really, just brought him back to just being friggin' sick. I'm so sorry for itching my nose. It's a common thread in these streams. It's sad. I am not paying attention. I wasn't even looking at the chat. I have no excuse for that. I don't think I've ever fallen off that area before. If I take last in Big Blue, I might as well just delete my channel. Icy Forces and Lost Worlds just dragged him down with me. Those games suck. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Come on. You can always come back from a tough spot, alright? Alright. Getting an 8th after all that, I will take it. Still lost all the humans, but, one of my favorite Sonic characters, Blaze is Blaze is interesting. She's just really underutilized, so I don't really see people talk about her that much. But she is an interesting one. Probably my favorite of the ladies in Sonic. I'm not confident enough to make a Sonic character tier list. And speak of the devil, Sonic's, friggin' track gotcha. Royal Raceway is still good, but... I do like the purple on Blaze. I do. Give us Mushroom Gorge. I know nothing about Sonic beyond those, fandoms. That's the case with a lot of people. I mean, it's sad. Honestly, God, if you don't mind me, saying, I'm really sick of people referencing those fandubs and everything. Like, you cannot have a normal conversation about stuff like Sonic Adventure 2 anymore without someone bringing up the moon gag and everything. And it was funny the first few times, but now it's just so oversaturated. Like, no disrespect to, like, Snapcube and the Q. I think they're fine people and everything. They didn't know their gig would blow up as much as it did, but it's just so exhausting. It's so exhausting. The moon gag wasn't even the best rant from that fandom. I mean, it was a good rant for sure, but just like, it's been like 7 years, broski. I think it's time to get some new material or just leave people alone. What made me love Shadow is his backstory. I mean, that's definitely one of the things. Because Sonic Adventure 2, like, it's hard to really see nowadays since Shadow was dragged into the mud so much. But there was a time when, like, Shadow genuinely had an interesting idea for his character. And, like, the backstory that is genuinely really tragic with Maria and everything. That I feel like is really... Oh, that snipe was so good. Please? Okay. Alright, it's you and me, Toad. Okay, my OBS stopped for a second. My screen froze. That was a bit concerning. I'm gonna have to look at the TV for a second, because I got a bit of an input delay. Give me a moment. But yeah, I think Shadow was definitely treated much better with stuff like Shadow Generations. And then this third Sonic movie doing the whole Maria plotline much better than Sonic Adventure 2 ever could. Because they got, like, competent writing. It was made in America, so they didn't have to worry about mistranslations like in Japan. Give me a moment. I need to reconnect the Elgato. My apologies, because that was... Yeah, my OBS froze for a moment, so it just screwed up for a moment. Prompt and slide, on the fandubs, let me, try and fix this. Okay. Yeah, okay, we should be good now. I don't know why. OBS has never done that to me before. Better than disconnecting the stream, but still. Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I mean, the fandubs, yeah, those are good fandubs. I'm not gonna deny that. They are hilarious. But especially when, like I said, you cannot have a normal conversation about those games without someone coming in and just derailing the conversation with those bits. Like, I think it's time to move on. And I'm so not ready for frickin' Kingdom Hearts conversations to get ruined as a result, because I know they're doing Kingdom Hearts next. And I can already tell there's gonna be so many good gags that are gonna that people are going to spam for the next decade and just annoy everyone forever. Who is the Krabby Patty in the chat? I need answers. I need answers immediately. The Island Explorer, that was definitely a good one. I definitely liked that bit a lot. Just because, like, Alfred had, like... Because Alfred had never played the game before, so we had no idea that was actually going to happen. I mean, that one was definitely... Yeah, the best jokes there are the ones where, like, the people have no idea what to, like, expect. And then they just are so accurate. It's just... It's unintentional comedy is some of the best comedy in the world. Except when it happens to me, obviously. Then it's harassment. Can't believe the improv. Yeah, they're very skilled at what they do. I'm definitely not denying that for sure. Like, the talent is 100% there. Just, some people just need to chill, I swear. Which, should be fair, you could say that about a lot of communities, but their dubs got so big, it basically became culture for a while there. But yeah, Piranha Slide, while we're on this track, it's one of my favorites from Mario Kart 7. I love the concept. They executed it brilliantly. Just taking the underground levels from Super Mario Brothers and just making a really cool track out of it. I gotta respect that a lot. First place, baby. First place. Let's go! We are eating tonight, gamers. We are eating tonight. Woo! And I defeated the Krabby Patty, too. The secret formula is not being discovered today. It's the Sonic community. I mean, people act like the Sonic community, like, goes through phases of just... Oh, it's so bad now. It's never been like this before. And I'm just like... I've been on the internet long enough to know that the Sonic community has been poisoned from the word go. Like, and obviously there's much more extreme examples beyond the fan dubs that I'm not gonna get into. Yeah, it's always a wash. And you could say that about many, many communities out there. Sonic fans has always been bad. The kids back then grew into adults and refused to mature. Like, the amount of mature Sonic adults is like... You can count them on, like, one hand, quite frankly. Like, I can tell you how many people I've ran to that genuinely believe that Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is going to be the Mario Kart killer. I hate to tell you this. You are the Japanese soldier that kept fighting, like, 24 years after World War II. Nintendo versus Sega is over, buddy. It's time to let go of your trauma. And a lot of people saying this were born after everything was all said and done. You cannot sit here and pretend that Sonic being on a Nintendo console is a big revelation these days. It's crazy. Friday Night Funkin' is also a wash. I would talk about Friday Night Funkin', but I'm pretty sure this stream would get flagged if I did, because so I think I'm just gonna end that conversation there. Because some people in that community are gonna grow up to be criminals. I'm telling you that now. If they haven't already. But that's a pretty heavy topic that I'd rather not get into. Sonic fans consist of millions of people. I mean, obviously I'm over-exaggerating, but, like, I do it for the slander. I do it for the funny. I do it for the funny. I don't think I've... That was me being washed right there. That's me making fun of Sonic fans right there. That's what I get for making fun of Sonic fans. They're possessing me to play poorly. But no, I mean, Sonic's a fun thing. It's just like, you know, some of the decisions Sega's made with that series, you know, you don't need me to tell you. It's a roller coaster. It is an absolute roller coaster. No. Yes! 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 This is my comeback arc. Defeating Jonathan and that hedgehog. At least Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. I've always wanted to pick up Nitro Fueled. I've heard lots of great things. I never really got into Crash Bandicoot. I played the Insane Trilogy. I played through a bit Crash 1. That game haunts me. It is terrifying to play. I still need to finish it. I'm probably gonna start that over, because I would like to get into the Crash games, but some of the stuff in Crash 1 is so tedious. That game haunts me. Hey David, welcome to the stream. Yeah, let's not get into that conversation, MGM. I'd rather keep the stream chill. Thank goodness we're getting Wildwoods. This is a really great track. Wildwoods has grown on me a lot over time. Maybe because I'm too Animal Crossing pilled, but it's a great track. Okay, at least you said you're joking, because I probably would have timed you out. MGM, that is slander to the highest degree. The word mid has destroyed an entire generation of criticism. Mild Woods. I'll give you a pass on that one. That's at least a little bit more creative. Oh, what was Bowser doing there with that turn? Oh, that's lovely. Well, at least I got another mushroom. Sure, I'll take it. Yeah, I love how twisty and turny this track gets with all the anti-gravity. This is one of the best tracks to do anti-gravity, quite frankly. Have you heard that Pac-Man is back? We were talking about that earlier in the stream. I am definitely excited for that. I'm probably just gonna get that on Switch 1 because the Switch 2 version is a game key card. And that is very L-skippity. That is very L-skippity. So I'm probably just gonna get the Switch 1 version. Wildwoods is my favorite first, I really like it now. Yeah, that's sort of how I feel about it. Because, like, this track, as far as, like, Wave 2 of Wii U's DLC, it didn't really impress me that much compared to the other tracks. I guess it was too crossover build at the time, but I've really grown to like it a lot. I love the layout of this track. I love the atmosphere of it all. Really good. I like it a lot. I lost to Wendy. The West has fallen. Love Wildwoods is my favorite track from this game. It's up there for me, I'd say. I'm gonna go random with this one. Kind of like what people do with Mario Kart World these days. Wildwoods is definitely up there for me. I was thinking about doing a ranking of the Mario Kart Deluxe tracks, but I feel like it's a little too late for that, and I feel like it's way too ambitious of a project for me to want to do right now. I can't believe Sunset Wilds won. Jonathan, that's enough for me while I remove you from mod. But yeah, I might as well say, since I don't think that list is happening, my favorite track, I think, is still Mount Wario. That track is just a core gaming memory for me. You can go beat up Matt in Wii Sports again, as you should. As you should. I feel nothing from this track. If you ask me, I still think the Sky Garden remake is worse. But man, talk about underwhelming. I can't believe I gaslit myself into thinking this remake was okay at first. I mean, the Shy Guys are great. I love them dancing around, but I kind of prefer how they acted on Game Boy Advance, where they would latch onto your car if you weren't careful, and they'd be stuck to you and make your turning more slippery for a bit. Now they're just... they yearn for the mines, which I respect. I respect, you know, there are some children out there that yearn for the mines, but I don't know, it doesn't feed the soul the same. Well, I could have sworn. There's so much going on, I'm surprised I did not run into anything. That the side of the road is very crisp. Oh my god. Like they don't even try to monitor. It's just like the fact that there's still the colored blocks on this track baffles me. It's just, it feels like they even try, which, like, yeah, I know it's a port from Tour. And again, everyone's mentioned this. What happened to the Sunset? You're telling me one of the best-selling games of all time couldn't program a basic Sunset in? Modders were able to do that in like a week. A week. The Tour version was able to do that. It's pathetic. Alright, can I get 10th place? I'll take it. Alright, we're gonna be playing for about an hour more, and then we're gonna call it a stream. I think by the end, the stream will be about 3 hours, 15 minutes? I don't know if that's my longest. I think I had to... No, I don't think Kirby Return to Dreamland was longer than that. No, oh, the Speak of the Devil, Sky Garden's right there. I'm gonna go with Vancouver. I'm gonna quickly delete your comment, Mikey, just because of the, light, swearing in it. No offense to you, just, you know, I just don't want that in my chat. Oh, random hit Vancouver Velocity anyway. I'm a sucker for sunset tracks, and the fact they removed the sun down and this doesn't really set... I mean, the skybox still looks nice, but it's still like, at what cost? At what cost? At least with the Sky Garden... I don't find Sky Garden to be engaging at all. It's just, if you take away the fact that it's a really poor remake of a great GBA track, it's just Cloud Top Cruise Jr. It feels like it was made in a level editor. And you could say the same thing about Sunset Wilds, but at least I think that has a nice skybox. And the Dancing Shy Guys, that's enough to make any man happy. When was the last time anyone ever went? You know what city I really love? Vancouver. I mean, Vancouver Velocity is like the track, the city track I think about the least. It's fine. It does the job. I just can't care for it. It's a serviceable city track. It's just so middle of the road that I just have nothing to say about it. It's fine. I like the ice rink we're going to go to in a minute. But Sherbert Land exists for that purpose. So it's just like, you know, that's not special. Okay, okay, okay. I'm losing my mind. The song is really good. I mean, you could say that about most of the music in Mario Kart 8. And I have heard some of the music in Mario Kart World. That's phenomenal as well. Like, really, you can point to almost any song from Mario Kart 8. It's going to be a bop. And I do like this one a lot, for sure. Cherry's back. Welcome back. And yeah, we'll be playing Mario Kart for about 50 more minutes before the tournament shuts down. So yeah. My throat's killing me, dude. I'm picking Mario Circuit 3 for the slander. Oh my god, a lot of people picked Mario Circuit 3. I don't know. Yeah, is Mario Circuit 3 lame? Yeah, but there's a lot of off-road stuff on this track that I think makes it kind of fun to race on. And you don't really see that a lot in Mario Kart 8, so I can appreciate in that regard. The mental image of a villager weeping in a go-kart in Vancouver will not leave my mind. Very specific. Not exactly all that special, but sure, why not? Yeah, yeah, if you ask me, I think Mario Circuit 3 is a serviceable enough track here. Nothing I'm ever super excited to race on, but it has its appeal. And I get that, I get wanting to make one track look as close to the original as possible to get a little bit of nostalgia in. And if you're gonna do that, yeah, do it with a basic circuit from the first Mario Kart game. Despite the update, Mario Kart World Online still has the same issue. This isn't a change lap that it'd give more 3 laps, but I mean, Mario Kart Worlds Online, from what I've seen, is very, very strange. Just in terms of, like, yeah, I'm sure they patched the random thing to fix an exploit. At the same time, if this was a normal video game company, you would just give 2 basic options. Play a room where you can play the routes, and one where you just play the tracks. Any normal game company would do that, but Nintendo was Nintendo, and Nintendo was very strange. The fact that people have to join a Discord server to get into dedicated rooms is it's just sad. It's sad to see. You shouldn't have to resort to fan-made alternatives to get a decent online experience. It's sad. Why am I choking so bad? Why am I choking so bad? I got hit with so many items, but that last one was completely on me. If they made a Telltale game, the choices would be RNG. True. 100% true. So I was thinking that people would love the Ant-Man. I mean, like, I can't judge. I still need to play Mario Kart World properly. I can see the appeal in routes, but just like, how interesting are they to play on, really? I played a demo of Mario Kart World at Best Buy. I had smart steering turned on by default. I didn't know how you could turn it off, if at all. I don't know. I just wasn't really that engaged with the experience. And obviously it'll be different once I actually play the game properly. But just, yeah, I don't know how appealing it's going to be compared to Mario Kart 8. Mario Kart World looks so fun. Like, it has that freedom to race, similar to Mario Kart Wii. We go, wee baby in the chat. Point and laugh. Point and laugh. Double Dash is better. The GameCube was better. I mean, yeah, the Mario Kart World does look like a lot of fun, for sure. Like, once you practice, you know, get used to the mechanics, I'm sure it's a lot of fun. It's just like, how appealing is every aspect of the game going to be in the long term, really? That's what I'm concerned about. And of course, you know, I don't think we need to talk about the $80 price. Like, that, I feel like that's been done to death, and, you know, I feel it just as anyone else. Like, I'm waiting to buy the game secondhand. I'm gonna get a used copy eventually. I do not want to give Nintendo that money and signal to the idea that $80 games are okay. But I do still want to play the game, so it's like, you know, oopsie poopsies. The Wii, I mean, a lot of you were, like, born when, like, the Wii was, like, the hot new console. And, like, so many people base, like, Mario Kart Wii being the best one off of nostalgia and vibes compared to, like, actually being a functional game. Mario Kart Wii, your childhood is washed, and mine was better. This is objective truth. I will not allow any debates on this matter. The blue shell's coming. It heard me slandering Wii, and it's coming to reap me for my sins. The sins have been reaped. Well, at least I got a Super one. I think I got... At least... The Wii babies cannot take down Matthew Smart. We love Mario Kart Wii. Me when I spread misinformation on the internet, you're gone. You're gone. You're gone, David. The player base is united on not liking the... It's such a... Because everyone calls them intermissions. Nintendo calls them routes. I'm just gonna call them scrimblies. Just to make it easier on all of us. How I feel about Contour. Contour's funny. Contour's just funny. The character roster is funny. I'd be less mad about $80 games if the $80 game weren't Mario Kart Intermission. I'm mad about $80 games no matter what. It doesn't matter if the game is like a masterpiece. The price hike to $80, no matter what game it is, so soon, that's frustrating. Like, I'm staying on business when I say this. If Kirby Air Riders, despite how excited I am for that game, if Kirby Air Riders is priced at $80, I'm not buying it. Simple as that. Miss me with that nonsense, alright? I'm gonna wait to get the game secondhand, because no matter how good the game is, I refuse to support the industry going up to $80 so soon after $70. So the fact that Nintendo was the one championing it is ridiculous. I was willing to buy Bonanza for $70 because I think people got used to the idea of $70, you know. And some games I feel like can be worth that price, and Bonanza's phenomenal so far from what I've played of it. I still need to finish the game. No spoilers or you are banned. But Bonanza's great. Mario Kart World doesn't even feel like it would be worth $70, quite frankly. So, yeah, that's my stance on the issue. Feels like Nintendo did this to sell bundles more. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I feel like that is part of the reason. They wanted people to get into the bundles more. But even then, they're going to be gone by fall. So what do they have then? I feel like Nintendo did get away with it because the game was technically $50 if you bought the bundle. Which I didn't because I value physical media. It's a shame that we're at that point. But at the same time, you know, I feel like Nintendo is going to get away with it because their games are so valuable to so many people, myself included. You know, it's a shame, really. Mario Kart World is an arcade game, therefore it's worth $2. I'll see you on Razor, only one. It's only worth $1. Simple as that. I might get Switch 2 this year. Here's one thing. I mean, yeah, like the Switch 2, depending on the country you live in, can be ridiculous. I think $450 here in America for the console itself. Yeah, it's unfortunate that game consoles are this highly priced, but I think it is reasonable. You're getting a pretty powerful device for the money, and the fact that you can still take it on the go, that is impressive. I'm not gonna deny it. It is impressive. It's the $80 games I think people will take most issue with. Let me catch up on chat a little bit. Mini Bonanza review. I mean, I already said the game is phenomenal. Maple Treeway. We love Maple Treeway. $80 for Mario Kart. I mean, like, the thing is, like, I feel like if you raced on the track for 2 laps, I feel like that'd be a bit more reasonable. Because I feel like that's enough time on the track to really appreciate. But the fact that you're only doing the 1 lap, I feel like you're not giving it any time to appreciate the track, especially if you want to learn the new mechanics of the game. They probably priced Worlds at $80 because they knew they'd get away with it because how many people have been playing for new Mario. Exactly! Exactly, because Mario Kart, and I don't blame them, they are right! Mario Kart is Nintendo's best-selling game by a long shot. Like, look at the top sellers on, like, each Nintendo console. Like, Mario Kart Deluxe is, like, their best-selling game ever. Mario Kart 8 was the best-selling game on the Wii U. Mario Kart Wii was, like, if we're not counting Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort, that was, like, the best-selling game on the Wii. Mario Kart 7, 3DS. I'm pretty sure Pokemon did outsell Mario Kart on the DS, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. The fact is, Mario Kart is huge for Nintendo. With a lot of normal people out there, when they think Nintendo, they think Mario Kart. I don't blame them, because they knew with a high-quality Mario Kart game, they could get even the most jaded onlookers to have a Switch 2 on day 1. If they were going to get away with it with any game, it would be Mario Kart. Doesn't mean I'm happy about it, but I understand the logic behind it with the businessmen. With other games, if they continue to sell them at $80, I don't know. We haven't seen any other $80 games yet. I hope it doesn't become standard practice. If they want to continue with this, they better be making some of the best games of all time. And with a lot of people saying they prefer Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, like, I feel like Mario Kart World had to be, like, unanimously the best game in the series in order to somewhat justify the price. And from what I've seen, it's not. It's not. I see a lot of people saying Mario Kart Deluxe is better, and I wouldn't be surprised if I feel that way when all said and done. Of course, it is at face value. Like, once I play the game and do, like, online stuff, like, I'm sure I'll be able to judge more properly. But yeah, it's just a frustrating state of affairs. It's sad to see. And I'm also just, you know, it's a new generation. Nintendo was on par with Sony and Microsoft now in terms of power. I am really tired of Nintendo being that company that gets away with having bad online. Like, I'm just tired of it, especially when you're now charging people to play online. You have to make it worth it. And with Mario Kart World, at least in terms of, like, worldwides and not private rooms, it doesn't look like the case, and it's sad. Will they fix it? I don't know. I just don't know. But it's sad to see. If I lose to a dead turtle. I'm gonna lose to the dead turtle, aren't I? I love the gameplay, that's not worth the fight. Yeah, it's just like... and I think Sonic fans, going back to Sonic fans a bit, people gaslighting into believing, like, oh yeah, Sonic Racing Cross Worlds is gonna be so much better, it's gonna be worth it. $70, which, mind you, is $90 for the digital deluxe edition. Oh, man. Brother, just go back and play Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformed. It's seriously just gonna be way better. Alright, at least I beat the dead turtle. That's how frantic items are, Sean. That's how frantic items are. Hello, new guy. Goodbye, new guy. Crossroads being 90 is insane. That's just how it... Sega doing all that day one DLC. I encourage you all, play more indie games. They're way cheaper, and they have some of the coolest concepts that you're going to find in gaming. Okay, Sonic died so Tails could live. I can see Nintendo hater YouTubers are making money out of these. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks real bad. So many grifters have come out of the woodworks. Just make videos making up nonsensical reasons to hate on the Switch 2 and the people that play them. It's very sad to see. And at the same time, I don't blame them because it does attract a lot of views. It does make a lot of money. Some people just want to get that bag. And in a way, I kind of respect it, in a way. Like, it's such a profitable form of content right now that, you know, I don't blame anyone for freaking hopping on the bandwagon, even if they do not care at all. It's like, it's such an easy money venture. Which you could argue is a problem with YouTube itself, but again, people want those negative clicks. Even if they get some people that disagree with them and just leave comments saying, oh, you're wrong, Nintendo is good, you know, blah, 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 blah. Like, you're just slandering Nintendo no reason. It's still helping those videos in the algorithm. The best thing you could do is ignore them, but people don't, and it works. It works spectacularly. People are still gaslit into believing that Mario Kart World is $90 because of it. It's insanely... It's kind of impressive, honestly. Both indie games and retro games. There's so many games. Yeah, exactly. Like, you do not have to settle for all the new stuff all the time. People are so obsessed with, like, what are the best and worst games of the year. For me, like, if I've never played it before, it's a new experience for me. Like, freaking... There's so many cool games. Like, Mikey in the chat mentioned a Pizza Tower. That's a game I've been meaning to play. Freaking, like, play Bigotry. Like, I never played, like, a roguelike to that extent before. And, like, Bigotry was such an addicting, really cool roguelike card game. Play that. I just discovered Wordotro the other day, which is basically just Bigotry, but mixed with Scrabble. It's really cool. You can find lots of cool stuff in the indie game space, and they don't do day one DLC, and they usually have way cooler concepts for games. I'd love to make more videos talking about indie game stuff, because there's lots of great stuff out there that people just don't know about. And I'd love to put a spotlight on them. Yeah, they're not gonna get nearly as many views as, say, the videos on the newest Mario or Zelda games, but, like, I'm not someone who bases my channel on how well videos perform in the algorithm, so it's just like, friggin' who cares? So you might see more of that from me next year. Ridge Racer? I have Ridge Racer Type 4 on my PS4. I've been wanting to play that. And it's cool to see, like, yeah, Sony put this classic game on the PlayStation for a reasonable price. It looks interesting. Cool, I'll buy that. Dolphin Shoals, definitely. Please play Celeste. I have played Celeste. I haven't finished it, but from what I played, Celeste is really good. Yeah, there's seriously, there's so many amazing games you can play out there for the first time. Tails is gone. Sonic and is this just tag team duo stuff? Yeah, Celeste is great. Let's see. I mean, again, Undertale. I mean, that's another one. Obviously, I'm talking about more noble indie games right now. I mean, Bigotry. I mean, that was a Game of the Year nominee. When is Knuckles gonna show up? Good question. Good question. Let's see. I might be checking out that Chilling the Fire game that showed up at the Direct, because that seems like really neat. It seems really fun. Fast Fusion. That was a launch title for the Switch 2. And like, I picked it up. It's such a cool and fun fast racing game. I highly recommend it if you have a Switch 2. It's only $15. They've done tons of free updates for the game. Shinin is one of the best developers when it comes to making very technically advanced games in terms of power level on a budget, I highly encourage people to pick up Fast Fusion. It's so good. There's so much great stuff in the indie game space out there, and not just from Nintendo Directs either. You can find so much great stuff. Literally, just go onto Steam. You will find a plethora of great games for cheap in your recommended. There's so much good stuff out there. Heck, recently I heard of this game that's gone viral recently called Peak, which is like a co-op game where you're just trying to climb up a mountain with friends. It looks like such dumb fun. I definitely want to try that out at some point. It looks like an absolute blast. And of course I had to get hit by the boomerang. Have you played Anton Blast? Anton Blast, it does look cool. I played the demo for it. That was before they added some quality of life stuff to the game. I might try it out, but I think I'd rather be playing Pizza Tower first. New Calamari. I've been playing Reroll on my Switch. The game is really fun. Once you get used to the controls, it's some of those wacky, dumb fun you will have with a video game. And I know that's not really an indie game, but still, like, I mean, it's a Namco game. But still, it's just like, it's such a fun concept for a game. I love it a lot. Love wacky Japanese games. Like, yeah, I mean, that's part of the... You do not see wacky concepts like that on a budget like that on the daily. And it's really freaking cool. Seriously. Go out and, like, search out some good indie games. You are going to find stuff you will really like. Look beyond Nintendo Directs. Look beyond Indie World stuff. You will find some good stuff. Like, freaking... I have so many indie games on my Switch that I still want to play. Like, Animal Well. I gotta play that. That game looks phenomenal. That's just one example. I'll catch up on chat in a moment. I gotta finish this race. Hypnospace. I've heard good things about Hypnospace 2. I don't remember much about it. I'm pretty sure I saw a video from a Nitrorad covering it a while back. But I do not know much about it. Gunbrella is good. I think I've heard about Gunbrella. But I vaguely know about it. Alright, we're going to be playing for another half an hour, and then I think that's going to be it for the stream today. I'm going to go with Madrid. Nitrorad's great. I love his work so much. Like, whenever he goes into a topic, whether it be, you know, a popular game or like an indie game or something, there is Knuckles. There is Knuckles, baby. Whenever he goes into like a topic like an indie game or like an obscure platform or everything, he really gives it his all. I really respect him a lot. UFO 50, that's another game I gotta play. So much good stuff, and there's not enough time to play it all. Good lord. Last race, okay. Don't let me down, Sean. Actually, do let me down. I want to beat you. Team Heroes trying to reach... This is a little bit of the plot of Sonic Movie 4 happening in real time. Oh, dang it. You need to discover more games. Seriously, I want to... I have a massive backlog of games that I really gotta play. Freaking, when we're done, I could just flat out pull up my Steam library and just show off, like... I mean, maybe. We'll see. There's a lot of good stuff out there. And it's just a shame that, you know, a lot of great games are put under the radar because, like, you know, people just want to milk the popular stuff. And I get it, it's easy views, it's good for the algorithm and everything, but just, like, I feel like if you really do enjoy video games, you will do searching for some really good stuff. Which is why I can't really take people that say stuff like, oh yeah, video games, they're not fun anymore, seriously, because, like, those people just play the same 2 or 3 games, like, all the dang time. It's sad because like they do not bother to diversify their palette at all. In fact, recently actually, I discovered this amazing video. I'll link it in the chat. Once I'm done here, I found this channel recently called the Retro Sofa. They made a video titled "Why Modern Gaming Has No Soul," and it's genuinely one of the most well-done essays on, like, you know, the actual problems with the industry right now and what we can do about it to make it better. I'll link it after I'm done with the race, and it's one of the most impressive videos out there I've seen. Pony's Pwn. I'm not familiar with that. I'm familiar with Magic Mush, but I'm not familiar with that game at all. It features a cute character going in such a directionless adventure. Seems fun. Bill is the GOAT. 100%. Yeah, okay, let me find that video. Why modern gaming has no soul. Yeah, so I'm gonna link it in the chat. If you are okay with... alright, all good. Thanks for coming to the stream, Sean. It was nice to have you. Random. So, I'll link in the chat. If you're okay with... There isn't much strong language in the video. It's nothing, too egregious, but, if you are concerned about that, keeping that in mind. But it's a genuinely really... One of the best videos I've seen on the platform, quite frankly. If you want a good deep dive into the problems with the industry and what you can do to get into a better space about it, highly recommend that video. Also, I didn't realize that's the fake Amy Rose. Like, unless you're going with the red shirt and everything, yeah. Bangkok Rush, okay. Bangkok Rush is fine. I don't got much to say about this one. Yeah. Eggman next, I beg. I will support the Eggman cause no matter what. Yeah. Dance Dance Revolution? My man. I played... One of my most nostalgic gaming memories. I play a lot of Dance Dance Revolution, Ultra Mix 3, back when my family and I still had, like, an original Xbox. And then Mario Mix, like, on the GameCube. It's like... Mario Mix is not that good of a game, admittedly. It's very, very easy for DDR standards. And the track list is kind of pitiful. Very slim pickings. But it's a very unique thing. DDR is fun. I'd highly recommend Step Mania. It's pretty much just open source DDR. And you can find a ton of songs and make your own set list and everything. It's really neat. Yeah, but yeah, my advice is, like, if you are someone that really wants to Switch 2 but can't afford it, or you're just really unsatisfied with the direction that Nintendo or the gaming industry in general is in right now, my advice to you is just play other stuff. There's tons of stuff available on so many different platforms that are just so freaking good that, you know, you're just completely missing out on. Like, once I'm done with Bonanza, like, I'm probably gonna be playing Nights into Dreams, which unfortunately was delisted on Steam a long time ago, but I did pick it up before they removed it. Like, that's a really cool looking Sega game I need to play. Tons of great stuff out there. Like, be the difference that you want to see in the industry, okay? I might get a Switch 2 if the price drops to get homebrewed without being... I mean, quite frankly, I think you're running into a ton of problems if you are actually getting any new console with the expectation to mod it, because, like, that is a risk that is just, you know, this is not worth taking in a lot of cases. I got the game before it got delisted. Knights, I didn't get past the first... Does Knights have boss battles? I'm not sure. Is that supposed to be Garfield? I'm not sure. Oh, it's Shortcat! Okay, that's funny. That's funny. As long as homebrew consoles don't do it with new systems. Yeah, like, you're basically setting up a ticking time bomb if you do stuff like that. For any device you own, not just Nintendo. Squeaky Clean Sprint. A real man never speaks ill about Squeaky Clean Sprint. One of the best tracks ever made. I will say this little section going down the drain, it's a little bit cramped for my liking, but other than that, go to track. One of the best to ever do it. Riff of the Necromancer. I have Crypt of the Necromancer. I need to play that one. Wish new console to mod without any of it. I mean, it's really tricky because it's like, yeah, of course a company is not going to want you to get their new games on their new console for free. That's just business 101. That'd be stupid, right? Like, that I feel like pushes it to an extent, but like, again, you know, you can always get games used. Like, yeah, it's just, yeah, of course a company doesn't want you doing that. I think if the console doesn't really have official servers anymore, I think fair game, right? Like Xbox 360, friggin' Wii, 3DS, Wii U. I think all that's fair game, because their online servers are basically donezo. Like, do what you want with it. But, like, with the Switch and stuff, like I said, you're working with a ticking time bomb. One mistake, and it's donezo. I mean, homebrew could definitely be fun if you know how to use it and everything, but it's just, yeah, it's, again, it's a huge risk with newer, or it's a huge risk in general, because, like, you know, you gotta follow a lot of guides if you don't want to accidentally brick your system. I basically bricked my SD card on my 3DS a while ago, for doing something incorrectly, so I have to replace the SD card, so that was unfortunate. Hey, that was a risky ending right there, but there was no shame in third place. I beat Shortcat. I don't think you're the real Shortcat. If you won that round, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. We're doing Mount Wario again. Yeah. I don't think you're the real Shortcat. We got 20 minutes left. Game 3DS and Wii U games to other means is fine because the games are not PC. Exactly. Like, there are many, many games that if it weren't for people backing up saves and doing emulation, there are tons of games that would have been lost to time. The entire freaking WiiWare catalog, there's tons of exclusive games on WiiWare that never got re-released. And if it wasn't for fans backing them up, they would have been lost to time. So it's a shame companies like Nintendo try to put a stop to it any chance they can get. And yet at the same time, you know, yes, it's in their legal right, but, you know, it's just... It's unfortunate. It's just unfortunate that we have to do this. Like, it's like, if I wanted to listen to, say, a Pink Floyd album, or something, Like, I could easily find it on Spotify or Apple Music or wherever you listen to music. Because, like, you know, with the music industry, especially from, like, big labels, they do somewhat genuinely care about preservation. You could say the same about, like, the book industry, the movie industry. Like, they genuinely, for the most part, I mean, you have specific cases like the Star Wars re-releases. But those industries do somewhat care about preservation. That cannot be said for video games. Like, most video games are stuck on older hardware, and it sucks. That's why fans had to step in and do the preservation themselves. It's sad to see. Want to play Dungeons & Dragons Super Mario Bros. Edition? I think you mean Puzzles & Dragons? Yeah, very strange crossover. Very neat, but it was very strange. The Stop Killing Games campaign going on. But guys, Pirate Software said it would hurt games as a service. No, it has to be. It's so bad. No, like friggin'. Yeah, it's like, it's a shame we had to reach this point for games to actually start being preserved properly and make it illegal, at least in Europe, to stop killing games. But I respect the dedication. I respect the dedication. Can I make it to second? No, why? Pirate Software must have his jaw dropped. There's so much baggage going on with that guy right now. I haven't really looked into it that much. I don't really care to. I never really cared about that guy to begin with. But, like, yeah, there's just so much baggage with that guy. It's insane. Never trust a man with the mic so friggin' close to, their, face. It's insane. Yeah, just people like that with the very smug attitudes, I just try to stay away from them. Like, a lot of people like that, and I won't name any names, they don't really care about getting good information across and having good discussions. They just care about being right. How many memes does this guy have? Enough to shock me. For sure. Matthew, please, calm down, Hamid. Calm down, okay? We're not tolerating that, okay? Chill, please. Alright. You know, it's funny, like, I don't think we've gone a single one of the Rainbow Roads in this entire stream, so it's nice to actually play on one. Hey, Azure, we're gonna be wrapping up in 15 minutes, so if you do want to join, you're probably only gonna be able to fit in a couple races, but the room code is up there. Regardless, happy to see you. Best one of the base game. Me when I lie. Me when I lie! Mario Kart 8's version of Rainbow Road has always been good. You guys just hate change. Y'all hate change. Can I make it into the top 6? I went to 5th. Nice. Fortunately, Mario Kart's Rainbow wants to fall up to 3. Yeah, that's the thing. You know, I think people were expecting something so friggin' grand with Mario Kart 8. I kind of expected it too, but I appreciate that they tried to do something different. I like the space station aesthetic quite a bit. I can't really be mad at it. I hear Mario Kart World's version is phenomenal. I've yet to see footage of it in full. I've seen a couple of pictures here and there. But I've yet to see it in full. I think 64, Wii, and 7 are better in... Like, Wii and 7 for sure. N64... I'm just gonna say, Rainbow Road was terrible in Mario Kart 64. Such a nothing track. There was absolutely nothing appealing about it outside the visuals in Mario Kart 64. The remake in Mario Kart 8 actually made it playable. And I appreciate that. But my lord, just... It's a mess. Mario Kart 64, yeah, it's just... I need to replay Mario Kart 64. I really need to get a grasp and form a proper opinion on that game, because that game just feels like... I appreciate the tone it goes for, but I imagine it does not age particularly well. There's a video from, like, one of my new goats in the game, Frying Pan Sam, that did a retrospective on Mario Kart 64 that ran really in depth on, like, a lot of the game's issues. And I gotta replay the game, I think on NSO at some point, to really get a grasp on how I feel about it. Maybe I'll do it on stream, who knows? Mario Kart 64 was decent. It was how I played Mario Kart in 3D for a long time before I got a new PC. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to give it a fair shake, but, like, it'll never beat out my nostalgia blind go double dash. Play now as an adult, it's kind of cranky. It's kind of that's how they get you. Everything was good until you become an adult, then everything sucks. That's how it is with every console. Like, the best video game console of all time was whichever you played as a kid. The worst video game console of all time is whatever disappointed you the most as an adult. That's how it works. It's second place, baby. Second place. I don't like Mario Kart 8's Rainbow Road. It's very dull looking track, and Space Station is just one long turn. It's boring, and Mario Kart World is the path. Again, I cannot speak on Mario Kart World's version, but I think I like the path switching stuff. I think it makes it a really tricky Rainbow Road to play on. One of the harder ones from my experience. I have great memories of Mario Kart 7 and Wii with N64 virtual controllers for those, so I agree with you, because the music makes things nice. Big Blue to end this. We still got 10 minutes. I think we could fit in 3 or 4 more races. The Space Station a lot better with making the Rainbow Road afterwards very nice. I hear that World is like a combination of all the Rainbow Roads and everything, so it's interesting. Random. Music Park, I'll take it. Mario Kart Deluxe is the best version besides the base version on Wii U. Alright. Electrodrome and Sunset Wilds. I think you're thinking of Sunset Wilds are like the last two. Electrodrome isn't that bad. It has a pretty basic layout, but I think the vibes of the track are cool, and like it's fun to drift on it. Not like it isn't fun to drift on this piano, but still. Alright, It's a Melody I'll give you credit. Melody Motorway is the better name than Music Park. I will say that much. I don't know why Mario Kart 7 decided to do have like half of the tracks have different names in Europe compared to here. It's very strange. Alright, that was the biggest mess up of all time. What are you gonna do for the next stream? Updates on the next video? I will say it is gonna be a little bit of time before you see the next video from me, because I have like 4 different videos I'm working on as we speak. I'm trying to get as much done as I can before I end up starting the process of moving in 2 weeks. After which I'm just gonna be spending a lot of time editing for a while, just because my living situation is gonna be a bit tricky for a while, so I'm gonna be changing the way I do things for a bit. Once we get to October, things should return to a better kind of normal. And I should be streaming like 1 or 2 more times beforehand. I want to stream the jam event for Dragon Drive. I think that'll be pretty fun to do. And I'm thinking of doing a very casual stream of just, you know, playing some NSO games. I've been thinking about doing a WarioWare, the original WarioWare on NSO for a stream. You could beat that game in like an hour. It would just be a fun little casual thing to do. Yeah, so... yeah, the next video I'm planning to do, I'm gonna be doing another the plan is, I'm gonna be doing another Matthew Reviews episode. The guy with tilt controls one. We're living in a society. Moving, why? We cannot. The place that we stay at, it's just way too hot. Arizona is a nightmare sometimes with, sure. I don't think I've experienced that before. I've experienced communication errors, but I don't think I've ever experienced that. This is the heat caused that to happen. Oh, that's lovely. Alright, can I get back into the game, please, and thank you? Yeah. Moving, we can't stay at this place anymore. It's just too hot, and we're wanna try to find a nicer place for cheaper. We still got like 6 minutes left. I guess I'm spectating this next race. Whoop-de-doo. Hooray. Mario Kart is good, but it'll never be as good as we. Me when I lie. Me when I lie. Okay, who are we spectating here? The Krabby Patty. Can he do it? What is the worst I'm in this game, and why is it Red Shells? Yeah, I think you're thinking of the Lightning Broski. Ruins a perfectly good time. But yeah, the next video I'm playing is another Matthew Reviews episode. I don't think I'm gonna say what it is right now. But I will say it's gonna be on a relevant topic. The plan is right now, there's gonna be a Matthew Reviews episode sometime soon. And then after that, I think I'm gonna be dropping the first episode of Leaf Haven. The script, once I'm done with the stream, I'm going to be getting back to work on scripting out the rough draft. I should be able to get that done by the end of the night. And then I can start voice acting and animating for it. And I have 2 more episodes of Matthew Reviews I do want to at least do the recording of while I'm still here. You won't see them for a while. One of them is the Monkey Ball Adventure video. The next episode is not Monkey Ball Adventure. But I want to record that one. It'll be... Monkey Ball Adventure will be the episode after the next one, or worst case scenario, the one after. Who passed him? Mystery Man. Donkey Kong Bonanza is my favorite video game I've ever played. I'm excited to play through the rest of it. It's looking to be up there for me as well. That is unfortunate. Yeah, so yeah, Matthew reviews, then, like, Leaf Haven. I also want to get my Japan vlog out there. There might be some extra videos I might throw up on my second channel at some point. Who knows? Because I have some ideas. It's just a matter of, do I really want to execute them? We'll see. So I guess the Yoshi won. Old Man Jensen. Looking at that Donkey Kong design now is so weird because of how much I've grown to love the redesigned Bonanza. A Japan blog might be one. That one just came back from Florida for the first time in 3 years. Florida is a dangerous place. You are a brave soul. Why are there 2 burgers now? Why is everyone joining at the end of the stream? Thought about buying a Switch off Japan. That's because the taxes are original. Yeah, I mean, the Japanese yen is like really weak right now. We were able to spend a good chunk of money when we were in Japan. A lot of things. A lot of food, per se. So I don't blame them for making a cheaper version of the Switch 2 that's region locked. And also just state of the world right now. I won't really get into that. If we're on the Animal Crossing track, absolute cinema, gamers. Absolute cinema. Double Whoppers. Krabby Patty and the Beef Boss. Package from Japanese friend of mine, like 20 and stuff. Personally, I like the reason I kind of like it. I can't wait to be Game of the Year unanimously. It probably will be nominated for Game of the Year, quite frankly. The raving reviews do not lie. The game is so good. Yeah, perfect way to end this stream. The Animal Crossing track with the Animal Crossing guy. Yeah, no, like, personally, I'm 100% on board with the DK redesign now. He's so expressive and so cute in Bonanza. They did so much to make him look good in that game. I'm telling you, once you see the rest of the map for Leaf Haven too, because we pulled a lot of assets for from the Mario Kart 8 map here, like the trees and stuff. There's so much good stuff here. I can't wait for you guys to see the rest of the map once the show debuts later this year. So much stuff that we're proud of. I'll catch up on chat once we're done here. I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in to get my... Did I not know that you could smack into the rocks to get coins? Not ideal, but that's awesome. I can't believe I never knew that. I've been playing this track for 10 years. How did I never know that? I love being able to get the item boxes from the balloons as well. It's very convenient. Alright. No! That was a tragic way to end. Can I join as a voice actor at Leaf Haven? I'm currently not looking for new voices at the moment. I already got everyone I need at the moment. When I do need help, I'm going to look for people, and I'm not exactly open to, like, people asking me. I'm gonna look for people as I see fit. But I got everyone I need at the moment. There's some charm in the theme of 90s Japanese cartoon animal designs, Dragon Ball Classic. This is what DK's new design gives me vibes of. I can see that. There's definitely that charm to it. Alright, let's see the standings. Let's see who is the most... Mr. Oz! 355. Mexico represent. Let's go. Alright. Yeah, I got second. Not bad. What did I get last time? It was a much smaller turnout last time. I'm kind of surprised the turnout was this big today. Support was pretty high. I appreciate that. Yeah, 11 people showed up. Not bad. Yeah, so, yeah. And I beat Sonic. I beat Sonic the Hedgehog. That rapscallion. That hedgehog. Done for dinner. I mean, hedgehog stew tonight. I'm with Team Robotnik 100% of the time. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this stream. I really appreciate y'all coming out, whether it be for the direct discussion or playing Mario Kart. It was a lot of fun. I will be back with more stuff in the future. As far as what's coming up next, like I said, I'm probably gonna be doing one more stream, before we start the moving process. I want to try and stream that Dragon Drive demo. Nintendo Online, baby. Nintendo Online. I'm probably gonna stream that Dragon Drive demo, if Nintendo allows it. They ain't allow for Nintendo Switch Sports for some reason. They're very strange with that. I might do one more extra stream beforehand. No more Mario Kart for a bit. As far as other stuff, like I said, next video will probably be Matthew reviews, and then Leaf Haven is finally march its way on. Super Monkey Ball Adventure, other things along those lines. Good luck with the move. Thank you. I'm gonna need it. It's gonna be a tedious process, but we hope it'll be good. I'm probably gonna tweak the stream a little bit before I make it public. But yeah, I'm gonna get to doing some scripting stuff, and then I'm probably gonna be, I don't know. The rest of the day is a mystery. So, y'all take it easy. Thanks for the turnout. I really appreciate it. Like I said, we'll probably be back with Dragon Drive sometime soon. And if not, I'll see you for the next video. Peace, love, harmony, and Music Park. You can finally hunt for a job. In this economy, unlikely. Alright, take it easy, everyone. Have a good day. Bye-bye.